Oh, I see all of you now gathering up behind me, you goobers. Okay. I'm trying to... Let me kick on, like, music back here real quick. Alright, I'm pleased to report news of the Arcana Association founding the research has already coursed its way throughout the kingdom, and we're planning on receiving steady flows. Gotten to the point where separating factual reports from flights of fancy is taking up a non-negligible portion of my days. This is Lowry speaking. Still, seeing an enthusiastic public response to our work is a testament to things. I clicked too fast there for myself. Anything to report, essentially. As a fact, there is. I called you here because we received a report I believe to be credible. This might surprise you. Okay, pausing again real quick. This might surprise you, but it comes from none other than the Pontiff's Court. According to the message I received, they claimed... According to the message I received, they claim they have found an individual they believe may possess the requisite qualities to join the association and would like to send them to us for an interview and examination. The letter was official with the wax seal and everything, so I have no reason to doubt its authenticity. The details I clicked too fast. You guys are gonna see me pausing this video quite often to catch everything. I'm so sorry. Okay, the details provided also give me a reason to believe that it's worth meeting this candidate. There is one thing that gives me pause, though. It's exceedingly clear that in the making of this overture, the Pontiff's Court is signaling a willingness to collaborate with the monarchy, or so it seems. I think we'd best tread carefully. Because if everyone remembers, there's issues with the church and the crown. But beyond that, the messenger they sent to deliver the letter said something that left me feeling, oh my goodness, feeling a bit leery about the whole situation. It wasn't long ago, actually. I still remember it clearly. Larry begins to give an account of the visit. And it was actually this really funny cutscene that played it out. Greetings, I'm Larry from the Arcana Association. What brings you here today? So this is the prestigious Arcana Association. I come on behalf of the Pontiff's Court with a letter for you from Sister Coriton. The Pontiff's Court? What could they possibly... I'm not privy to the exact content of the message, but I believe it concerns the potential candidate up for an association. Best of luck with that. Anyway, that concludes my business here. So, I'll see myself out. Okay. I can't believe this might be able to get rid of that meddlesome knight. Our prayers might have reached the divine ear after all. Rude, rude, rude. Yeah, very rude. So I need to turn down the music. It's very loud in my ear. There we go. Okay. Do you think I'm overthinking things? It's just when he said it has been bothering me ever since, and I keep turning it over in my head, in my mind. Well, you know full well how difficult it is to scout suitable candidates for membership in the Arcana Association. extensive research, background verification, and interviewing process is so time and resource intensive that it feels like it ought to be a national undertaking. And now the Pontiff Court seems to have identified at least one such person amongst their numbers, and not only are they sending the letter of recommendation, recommending this individual to the association under direct authority of the Queen, they actually seem excited about it. There's obviously some background to all of this, which I'm not privy, and perhaps the messenger was simply glad to wash their hands of anything related to Arcana. But as the one who has been in charge of the leadership of this association, I need to do my due diligence. She's awesome. Someone else's problem now. Yeah, that's how it's all really much reading. For every candidate who makes it to the evaluation stage, I have to consider whether they possess the sorts of abilities we're looking for, but also establish whether they've been upfront with us about their personal history. In short, I need to ensure they're not hiding anything. To that end, I like to enlist your help. The candidate is scheduled to visit us today for an interview and a practical examination. I was reading really fast the other night, and I'm expecting their arrival within the hour. Would you care for a cup of tea while we wait? Her Majesty recently sent over a package of premium leaves with a lovely aroma. You sit and catch up with Lowry as you enjoy a leisurely cup of tea, but no sooner have you leaned back and actually started to relax that you hear some sort of commotion out in the hall. Yeah, a lot of tea. So this is the kind of a weird new cutscene thing they've been doing. They basically hide everybody else, which gives me a lot of hope for something called a streamer mode in the future. But having like a cutscene where basically you didn't enter a cutscene instance, everybody's still there, as you can still see like all the particle effects and people running around, or the particles of people running around and whatnot. But it makes me hopeful that that's something they can use. Yeah, I do like they have more real camera working cutscenes. Yeah, that too. Yeah, there's a lot of camera work these too. But this is actually, you can turn your camera around during this part. Ah, there you are. Yeah, as you can see, I turned my camera a few times. I was trying, just like, what is this sort of cutscene they're doing? At your service is the thing. Oh, I didn't realize you were here as well. Wow, I'm truly sorry to interrupt, but I think you need to come see this. Why they make the butler cute, I don't know. Well, we have a visitor who's amassed a small crowd that is currently preaching to them. When we asked her what she was doing, she claimed that she had come as a guest of the Arcana Association. If she somehow gained entry to the castle grounds on her own accord, we would have escorted her out immediately, but since she appears to have received an official invitation, the guards aren't sure how to handle the situation. Will either come and verify whether she's truly a guest of yours. We are in fact expecting a guest today, a potential candidate to membership in the association. Problem is, we've never met them before, so I couldn't tell you if this visitor is the person we've been waiting for. Surely has some reason doing what she's doing. The quickest way to figure out is to go see for ourselves. At the very least, we should be able to assess whether this woman is indeed our candidate. Could I trouble you to come along with me, Wow? Thank you. In truth, I was dreading having to tell her that she's making a disturbance and had to leave. What if she really turned out to be here on official business? What if she yelled at me? Have you along should help clear things up. So please follow me and we'll head there straight away. And then they both march off, which I find so funny. Then we run on outside to go find. Thank you for help. You won't need to go far to see for yourself. Fast walking, right? I just need to confirm whether they're actually here on behalf of the Arcana Association. If it turns out they're not, I'll summon the guards immediately. It sounds like the visitor is claiming to be our guest, but the only way... Okay, this is kind of a repeat of what already transpired inside, so I don't really want to repeat myself. Just let the video keep playing. And we enter the cutscene. You see, everyone's gawking instead of doing their work, and it's becoming more of a problem by the minute. This also includes Chauvin, the new guild NPC. Oh, have you ever felt that your life seems to offer a little more than suffering? No doubt many of you shoulder pain and heartache, and you find it difficult to share with others. But that's only to be expected. Such agony is a trial on high, and only those who overcome it will be able to live the life they long for. I'm going to be reading so much. Still, you needn't feel discouraged. I've come to impart to all a transcendent secret, capable of driving out sadness, pain, and agony that festers in your heart. Yes. You have but believe in Limerick's love, and your life will be changed. Sis, do you think that if I pray to Limerick, I'll finally be able to win the fashion contest? There you go, with your flights of fancy again. Maybe I should get down on my knees and pray that you stop being a picky eater when we have spaghetti for dinner. My gosh. Hey, is it alright with, proselytizing here in the castle? We have nobles staunchly loyal to the crown passing through here at all hours. I'm not sure if the guards at the gate let her through. I doubt she's here to stir up trouble, but if the higher-ups want her gone, though, I expect we get orders to remove her from the premise eventually. This is Mabinogi, and I think, to be exact, this is... What are you? This is like the hunting zone music. Yeah, it's called Running to an Unfamiliar Place. It's the G1 hunting zone area. Sorry. Yeah, I just have random music playing in the background because I forgot to turn on audio in this video. Moving on. What you say, Master Laurie? All I need is your word and that she's not a guest at the association, and I'll have the castle guards escort her out immediately. Goodness, it seems the guest I've been waiting for is rather unlike what I expected. Right here, I'll go call the... Hold up. Are you saying that she is the Geist invited to the Arcana Association? Stress. You need to trouble yourself, or the guards. I'll go escort her to the room myself. Okay, knock yourself out. Lady Ilar, I presume. Suspicious night. There's no need to travel to the Grand Cathedral. Just visit your local chapel and spend time in prayer and meditation. Such acts of piety and contemplation do wonders to calm both mind and body. Ahem. Might you be Lady Ilar, here to be examined by the Arcana Association? Now, even Elpin's there. There's a lot of people here. Yes, I am she. How do you know of me? Excellent. You're on schedule. If you're ready, I'll be glad to show you to the Arcana Association room. Can I just point out how much the generational gap is with these, with all these NPCs? It's quite clear there's 3 that are just very, very old in comparison to 3 newer characters. Oh my, and even when I left early to make sure I'll make it here on time. I'm truly sorry. I hope you understand. I couldn't simply walk past these good souls in need without telling them about the boundless love of Limerick. Oh, I fully understand, but these people have their own work to do, so it's probably best best not to take up their time. Any more of their time. I just need to pause. I read faster than I read out loud. Besides, Well and I have been looking forward to meeting you. You have my apologies for keeping you waiting. Please permit me to just say one more thing to everyone, won't you? Official Yapper. Remember, morning mass is just after dawn, so early to bed, early to rise. I pray that the love of Limerick shine upon each of you, and that you'll be richly blessed. Phew, not sure how you did it, but I'm glad to see everyone finally getting back to their work. I suppose I ought to do the same, if you excuse me. Bye, yeah. Right, now that's settled. Oh, let's head to the association room. Oh my, thank you. Okay. Okay. Kind of scooting for because I got sidetracked. I've been recording this. Alright. Come on. I bid you welcome, Lady Ilar. I'm Lowry, head of the Arcana Association. Greetings, I'm Ilar, of the Temple Knights. This individual may need no introduction, but in any case, this is WoW, the founding member of the Arcana Association. Oh, so you're WoW. It's wonderful to finally meet you, especially after all the stories I've heard. I'd be glad to see you make more regular visits to the Pontiff's Court. With such With so renowned a figure attending worship, I just know people would flock to the teachings of Limerick with renewed vigor. Yeah, no thank you. You're always welcome to attend any of the daily services. All you need to do is say the word and I'd be glad to come personally escort you. How does that sound? I doubt I slipped your mind, Laura, but the purpose of your visit today is to assess your talents for potential membership in the Arcana Association. Of course, I received an official right that... Oops, I had to change... okay. Now let's see if you can actually hear it in this video. Is there actually... did I actually make an audio section for this? Because I actually turned on audio there. It might be very quiet. Okay, anyway. Well, for the sake of expediency, could I ask you to perhaps hold off on that until after your interview and exam are finished? With all the matters WoW has to attend to, there's their time is quite valuable, and I would like to get started. It's probably super quiet because it's quiet for me too, and I have everything maxed out, unfortunately. Darn. Sorry guys, I tried. Thank you, you know? The original letters received from the Pontus Corps spoke quite positively of you. Oh, did it really? It did indeed. Do you have anything to say about that assessment? I mean, no, I didn't realize they thought so highly of me. No one ever actually told me anything like that personally. Ironically, Limerick might be the actually one good guy we haven't had any mild beef with. That is very true. And technically they're the only one that's technically helped us a few times. Wait, will you be... wait, will saying that count against me in my evaluation? Why it takes so long to reply here? You need to worry about that when they manifest when they manifest naturally. My Arcana talents are often mistaken for various variations of normal talents. That's especially true if the bearer doesn't find a use for them that causes their unique attribute to manifest more clearly. The Arcana Association exists to discover such talents, find individuals that may possess them, and study how to best utilize and strengthen each. In fact, WoW here has been instrumental in our research on advanced developments. Okay, I'm actually just going to go ahead and mute the audio here since I turn that back on because this is how it is. So we'll just continue on. That's good to hear. I've always considered myself a rather ornery, so when I was told to present myself to the Arcana Association to be evaluated for some special talent, I was admittedly a bit confused. Come on. Well, everything seems to check out for the most part. I just have a few questions, if I may. You wrote here in your self-introduction that your father was a... Oh my gosh. What? Of course, that's me interesting. Okay. I need to get like a new mouse because I click so fast. Yeah, the struggle. Alright. What the fudge? Did I really miss it? Got it. Okay. You wrote here in your self-introduction that your father was a major influence on your decision to become a knight. Was he a knight as well? No, actually. A strong man, yes, and a great one. But he never ended up entering knighthood. I know he aspired to be one when he was younger, but his life never ended up going in that direction. I'm sure he must be proud of you, achieving the dream that he wasn't able to realize. Okay. Well, he actually passed away when I was still young. He never got to see me become a full-fledged knight. I like to imagine that if he were still with us, he'd be pleased with the person I become, though. Yeah, awkward. Ah, I see. I merely asked in case it turned out that he was a knight who had served the kingdom's forces. I require note on the official documentation if any member of the candidate's family had held the position in service to the crown. Anyway, and I love that they extended the anyway here. On to the next question. It says here that you spend your entire youth training with the Temple Knights. Can you expound upon that a bit? Oh yeah, Temple Knights. Didn't we kill a bunch of them before? Ah, yes, that's correct. I trained for years to learn everything I need to carry out my duties faithfully as a Temple Knight. One day there was a priest who came to observe our training, and he apparently thought so highly of me that I was immediately recruited to serve as a guard at the pontiff's carts. I don't know if it was the guiding hand of Limerick that opened the door for me, but I like to believe so. If you spent your youth with the Temple Knights, what did your mother think of that? I'm sure she missed having you around. My mother also passed away right before I joined the Knights. Once I lost my parents, I had no one else, so I just lived alone. If you need to know more about my living situation, I'm unmarried and I still live by myself.
Gee, I wonder why.
I'm sorry to hear that. It says in your introduction that you were very close with your parents, but there was no further explanation. I was hoping to learn a bit more, but it wasn't my intent to pry into your private life. It's alright. This tends to come up whenever someone asks me about my family. It all happened when I was young, so I simply looked at it as part of my past. Now, next question. Actually, let me confer with Mal for a moment, if you would. Lau turns to you, his voice barely above a whisper. I've been trying to focus on all the places where this seems to be suspicious, lack of details in our documents, hoping to perhaps reveal the intentions of the Pontiff's courts, but whatever dots there may be, I confess I have difficulty connecting them. I feel as though every question I ask is just backfiring on me, like every time I strike a match for a little illumination, I somehow light a fuse to another bomb. At this point, I'm almost dead making any further inquiries. Poor boy. If she anticipated my suspicion and carefully constructed everything in her documentation to account for that, we may be dealing with someone truly dangerous here. And yet, in spite of my apprehensions, I have no intention of sending a potential Arcana candidate away, given how difficult it is to find credible leads. The core of our mission remains as it has ever been, to learn about Arcana and explore their untapped possibilities. Did I not pass? Should I go home now? I mean, I did brace myself for that possibility before I came today. So if that's the case, you don't have to soften the blow. Oh, no, that's not the case at all. We were just going over your documents and discussing how to proceed. The way this usually goes is we'll conduct an interview to get a better sense of the candidate's background and personality. After that, we administer a practical examination to evaluate whether their skills align with the Arcana. Or it could be like Rowan and just blow up the room. Oh, that would be wonderful to hear. I was beginning to worry that I might have answered one of those questions wrong. No, your answers were fine. Anyway, we'll hold practice exam outside on the castle grounds. Come with me and I'll show you the testing area. Alright, that's okay. I'll let the guards know that we're doing another one of these trials in the gardens today. Hopefully no one comes running if they see something on fire. Now, Elar, allow me to give you a brief explanation. We set up a woman training dummy here for the purpose of this exam. We'd like you to demonstrate your skills you may have developed on this dummy. Then walk us through how each skill works and what it's capable of doing. Really? Well, and I will be evaluating whether the skills you show us exhibit an intertwining of disciplines that serves the foundation of known as Arcana talents. Shush. I stood here for a while. Ah, so that's how you administer the examination. I was recording everything. Well, one of my main abilities is drawing the attention of a large number of enemies. That's going to be a bit difficult to show you with a training dummy. You draw enemies' attention? Yes, that's right. My ability makes hostile forces within a certain range unable to focus on anyone but me. As you might imagine, there's seldom ever a need for such a skill in my day-to-day duties, patrolling the grounds of the Pontiff Course. However, it comes quite handy when I'm dispatched with a squad of knights. They're free to rescue anyone in danger or focus on our objectives without needing to worry about being ambushed by beasts or bandits, or whatever we're dealing with. I can honestly say I've never heard of a skill that accomplishes such a feat, but after hearing your explanation, I understand why your name submitted to our association. Your name was submitted to our association as a potential candidate. Now, I'm just left with one conundrum. How can we properly evaluate this ability? Okay, this was the kind of charmingly funny quest part of this. And definitely the moment I realized, shoot, I probably should replay this on Monday. Are you a knight? Help! Is something happening? It's rats! A whole swarm of them! Alright, calm down and explain. I was going down into the cellars to fetch a few sacks of potato, and was met with a horde of rats staring back from the darkened corners with their beady eyes. They ran at me, and they ran me out of there, and they're still hot on my heels. Can you chase them off? I think you might have better luck asking the guards. Lowry. It's too risky. If anyone discovers dead rats in the palace, I worry, Gluaz, I never knew how to really say his weird name, would blow his top. Please, you gotta help me. No need to worry, friend. Limerick is watching over you. It must have been her guidance that led you here, just as I was hoping for a way to demonstrate my abilities. This isn't divine providence. I don't know what is. Fear not, I'll leave your swarm of rats outside the castle. In the meantime, I'm sure Limerick would love to hear a heartfelt prayer of supplication from you. You will? I'm not sure how, but I'll pray or grovel, whatever you want, lady. Just get the rats out of here. Okay. This should lead us into a quest. Into this. And they use the Elsinore fluffy rats for this. See, this was a lot easier to figure out than the Blast Lancer one, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as it's like, do this. Assignment understood. Well, Blast Lancer's like, good luck figuring this out. They had 100k HP? You really did it. I can't find a single trace of those rats anywhere. Limerick be praised. That was music timing. Sniffle, you really saved my bacon. If Gluaz found out about this, he'd have me removed from the castle by a catapult. I missed a paragraph in there. This is surely the great mercy of Limerick, who heard your earnest pleas and preserved your livelihood. You are, my gosh. Sobs, thank you so much. It took years of work my way up to my position in the castle's kitchen. I was terrified at the thought of losing it over in an instant. From now on, I'll be dutiful in my tithing to the pontiff's court, and make it a point to attend worship regularly. Thank you so much, brave knight. She successfully converted someone. That's wonderful to hear. If you faithfully attend morning mass and join the choir, I would have every confidence you will be cherished by Limerick and by all your brothers and sisters of the church. I'll keep that in mind, but for now I gotta get back to the kitchen before Gliwez suspects anything. You've scarcely been here an hour, and it appears you've already managed to rekindle the faith of someone in the castle. Truly wonderful, isn't? But spreading the word to Limerick isn't limited to any one time or place. I stand ready to share her love with the world whenever and wherever the opportunity presents itself. Yes, I can see that quite clearly. You've also had the opportunity to witness a clear demonstration of the skills you spoke of, Lady Elar. During my research prior to the founding of the Arcana Association, I read about and personally observed a wide variety of skills. However, this is the first time I've seen a skill capable of doing what you just did. I think the ability you've demonstrated today is more than enough to be regarded as the basis for an Arcana. And with that, I say you've passed the practical segment of your assessment. Excellent work, Lady Elar. Ah, yes, even they don't know that it exists. Okay, I did start a second recording here, so 1 second. I definitely goofed something up too here, so. Alright. That about wraps up the practical exam. Well done, Lady Elar. Things happened to fall into place quite nicely this time, but this incident made me realize we ought to be tailoring our practical examinations to better suit the applicant's skills. As soon as we've got your registration all sorted out, I'll start exploring how we can improve our interview and examination progress. True. Mathis actually didn't have taunt. I didn't. Did he have taunt on his list? I didn't see it. I was checking how much longer I had on this quest. There's one thing I'd like to ask you before we get to all that, though. Do you recall how you first awakened to your Arcana talent? Was there a specific moment or catalyst? Studying how and why Arcana talents form naturally in certain individuals is an important part of the research we do here. So, we'd be glad to hear anything you remember. No details is too minor. Is there anything about the circumstances that you're uncomfortable with sharing with others? I think I paused there, okay. Oh, it's not that. It's just, I wasn't certain how to really put it into words. Even now, years later, it's difficult to describe in detail exactly what happened. Rather than having me explain, you might get a clearer picture from this bracelet. It was a gift from my father, and I was wearing it the day that I first awakened to these powers. I don't know if it's due to what happened, but it possesses a particular ability. If you clasp the bracelet and close your eyes and focus your senses on it, you can relive the events of that day, and almost as though my memories were engraved into it. I'd prefer not to see them again, but the two of you should be able to. Hopefully, seeing it for yourself will answer your question. You receive an old worn bracelet from Eolar, who explained that you can use it to see a vision of the incident that first caused the Arcana to manifest. Clutch it lightly in your hand and select Use to witness it. Alright, because then I have this thing. Alright, however, folks, we're going to do a quick BRB. A quick, basically, restroom, drink break, etc. Oh my gosh, you're all here now. All you people. Starting to line up like Power Rangers. All you goobers. Hi, everybody. Okay. I will be right back, everyone. You all have have fun chatting. I'll be right back. I need to grab a fresh drink. Okay, I'm back. And there's Soul over there. Don't breathe it when you're trying to finish off a granola bar. Oh, I didn't grab my drink. Ah. Okay, I'm back. Alright, let's resume things. Buzz. Oh. Wait. hear your treadmill. What you guys are probably hearing is my boyfriend is currently on the treadmill. He's working out. So you guys are probably hearing a little like z z z noise from. Yes, he is getting swole even as we speak. I gotta laugh from it. Alrighty, let's continue on. You guys will hear that background noise, but it's alright. Yes, Origins! Lore! Lots of lore! We already got through all of the Explosive Vanguard's storyline, and now we're working our way through Sacred Guardian. Alright, so, last 6-minute clips of that first thing, we're going to get going. As you focus on the amulet, we get to see a memory. Oh, the sun's almost set. I didn't realize it was this late already. Mom and Dad said the ground here isn't stable because of all the rain we've had. We should get home before it's, I should get home before they start worrying. Oh, I'm gonna lurk, I don't want spoilers. Okay. Everything goes bad. I do like how they executed this cutscene. Dad, are you there? Mom, I can't move. Mom, Dad, where are you? This is no time to cry. I have to save them. What's happened to me? This feeling. There's no time to waste. Mom and Dad are waiting for me. Oh, I was probably trying to fix my own recording issues here. Okay. Did you see all of it? What happened that day? On that day, when the landslide struck, it was my earnest desire to save my mother and father that awakened something in me. Back then, I believed that it was a miracle born from my fervent prayers and my will to have the strength to save everyone. That's when I gained the physical strength I've had ever since. Strength enough to move whole boulders. And it was that strength that helped me save people of the town. But in the end, I wasn't able to save my parents. Whenever I remember that day, I always think, if only I was stronger, only been stronger, if only I had been able to better use the abilities I had been given. ... I've read records here in the castle about emergencies that have arisen in all corners of the continent due to landslides. There was a big one that happened near Dumbarton a few years ago. It made such a mess that they had to close off the road entirely for a while. I also recall reading that there was a major landslide in the vicinity of Tara, but there was only a single line mentioning that the cause was heavy rainfall. I had no idea whole towns could be... I can't imagine it now. Imagine how difficult it must have been for you. I truly appreciate your willingness to share such a personal memory with us. Here, your bracelet. Either takes her keepsake bracelet back, sliding it securely onto her wrist once more. We have to do this kind of background check for everyone. though I apologize for not being more specific and phrasing my questions. I feel as though I forced you to recall unpleasant memories. Oh, please don't feel guilty over it. As a longtime guard, I fully understand the need for proper security clearances. It's been so long since I've spoke with anyone about this. I suppose remembering it just brought all those feelings rushing back. Still, it's all in the past now. Nothing we can do will change that. But it'll be alright. I've been reborn with the love of Limerick. Thank you for your understanding. I think that about wraps up our examination. So why don't we reconvene in the association room? We can discuss your results and get the registration process started. Would you mind staying a little longer while? I need someone to notarize Lady Ilar's official membership and paperwork. It appears the tensions between Larry and Ilar have finally begun to abate. You join the two in the walk back to the association room. And they warped us there. Your identity has already been established by the letter from the Pontiff's Court, so if you like, we can start your membership registration without delay. That sounds perfect. I'd like to sign up right now then. Alright, let me just make sure all the paperwork is in order. If you could stick around just a little longer. And help me get these filled out, it would be much appreciated. Don't worry, it shouldn't take too much extra time. While Ilar is looking over the neat pile of forms set before her, Larry comes over and quietly speaks to you. I still have questions I'd like answers to at some point. But there's no denying that her powers is that of an Arcana. For now, I think it's best to call... it's our best call is having her join the association. At least here we can keep an eye on her. If the Pontiff's Court send her here as a part of some grand scheme, I'm confident we'll catch wind of their true intentions sooner or later. Still, this development calls for caution. I intend to investigate it from every angle. The last thing I want to see is the Queen caught in the crossfire of some struggle between the monarchists and the supporters of the Church. I'll observe for now, but in the future, I may require your help with that wow. Am I filling this out correctly? The real time. As an official member, you're free to use the Arcana Associate Routine however you like. However, oh wait, did I miss something? I was giggling. Yep. Okay. However, you refrain. However, I feel compelled to ask that you refrain from gathering audiences or preaching while on castle grounds. As you may be aware, there are a number of individuals serving in the castle who have a decidedly negative view relating anything related to the Pontiff's Court. I know, this was from the day one. I wanted to take advantage of the level up event so I can get this going, so it was crowded in here. Now that you're a member of the Royal Association later, your words and deeds reflect on the crown. The long and short is, we're expected to do our best to avoid causing trouble for the Queen. Oop. I admit it's a bit disappointing to hear. Still, I'm allowed to share the words of Limerick in private conversation, right? Even here in the castle, people are permitted to speak, convivially, with one another about whatever they choose, I presume. I won't stop you from doing it, but let's try to avoid any more incidents like today. Having a guard knocking on our door asking you to come collect you is less than ideal. Of course. And you need to call me Lady Eolar. Just Eolar is fine. After all, we'll be working hand in hand from this day forward. As well as it zooms in on this icon on the ground. So, hey, are we going to be getting 12 total Arcanas? I am beyond confident, yes. Eolar has joined the Arcana Association. Together you can delve deeper into the Sacred Guardian Town. And that is all for that. Let's yeet that from the screen now. Kind of good timing. The music stopped behind. Stopped in the background. We're going to need a bigger room. We really will need a bigger room. So, now that we're here, let me re-enable music over here, and we're going to continue on with the Sacred Guardian storyline now. I guess you become Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yes. Actually, you know, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna stick them right there in the corner. Aha! Perfect. Maybe I can zoom, bring that in just a little smidgen more. You don't need to see the full body. There we go. Hey, okay, that should be good enough. There you are. Well, I've been waiting for you. There's something I'd like to discuss with you. It's not a matter of great import, but neither is something I can handle personally. That's why I figured it would be expedient to request your help. As you're well aware, the Arcana Association relies on the Crown for the financial backing necessary to carry out our research. This association was founded on the purpose of fulfilling Her Majesty's desire to discover and develop new ways to strengthen the kingdom and its people. Our answer to this is a new form of talent called Arcana, which draw upon and blend the powers of multiple other talents. Yet, among the nobility, there are more than a few who value immediate profits over investing with an eye towards the future. The royal societies and associations have beneficiaries in the kingdom's coffers, cannot ignore these financial realities, and the Arcana Association included. What this means in practical terms is that I need to focus on keeping our official paperwork up to date in order to ensure continued access to the funding that supports our research. All the clerical work can be handled within the castle, so I've got things covered on that front. Beyond that it's also looked upon favorably from royal societies and associations to engage in furthering public welfare across the kingdom. Of course, your stamina and the ease at which you can travel makes you a natural fit for such forays. Hello, kitty cat. My cat just came perusing over here. What? Yeah? Cat attack. Okay. Everybody assigned each of the other members the task to which their individual talents and dispositions are best suited. Let's just say, I probably need to request your help with these sorts of matters occasionally to keep our association running smoothly. Your understanding is, as always, much appreciated. Is there actually a cat in this quest? Oh no. We received a list of tasks for which the administration would like the Arcana Associate to provide support over the next quarter. Lowry launches into explanation, handling your hefty folder filled with requests. Wait. No, he's just giving us work. Ah. If you look at that selection at the top, it shows the priority of each task, as well as the anticipated difficulty. Below is each petition for the aids list. For aid, list the region or specific location. Just so there's no confusion, I'm not expecting you to take on all the tasks in the file, far from it. I know your time is very much in demand, so as long as you can lend a hand with some of them, I'll figure out a way to cover the others. Of course, the more you can help you can provide, the greater boon it will be for the association. After all, the famous well is going around helping people on behalf of the Arcana Association. I imagine it will be a significant boost to our public image. This is tons of like political jargon that's like, no, let me run away. I don't like this. Even for a special project under the commission of the Queen, there were undeniable benefits to being seen positively in the eyes of the people. Oh my! If it's really such an important matter, each member of the association should do his or her best part to support the cause. Should they not? And it so happens I have yet to be given an assignment. Oh, Ilar, I didn't realize you were listening. I agree with your sentiment, of course, but as a relatively new inductee in the association, I didn't want to place an undue burden on your shoulders. As the one who abides by the words of Limwork, I stand ready to aid those in need at any time. Alright, just give me a few minutes to review the association's docket and task. As Ilar looks on expectantly, Lowry turns towards you, pausing for a moment to consider things before speaking in a quiet voice. Actually, now that I think about it, this might prove an excellent opportunity to dig deeper into the intent behind her joining the Arcana Association. This guy is so suspicious. To do that, I think I'll give the two of you the perfectly normal task, something that doesn't require the power of someone with our Arcana talent to solve. If Ilar's purpose here is to gather information about Arcana talents, she might react to such an ordinary assignment with disappointment, even disdain. I ask that you keep a close eye on her throughout the mission. Watch to see how she reacts to the work the two of you are asked to do. Here in Tara, I'll look into things and see if there's any rumors regarding her in Pontiff's court. His strategy decided, Lowry's expression softens as he turns once more towards Ilar. Alright, after conferring with Well, I believe I've identified the task that would be the greatest benefit for your improvement. You have? That's wonderful to hear. This sheet contains all the information we have on the missions. I'm entrusting their completion to you and wow. Working as a team. Lowry hands Ilar a few pieces of paper, each containing a petition for aid. Finally, my first official mission as a member of the Arcana Association. I look forward to seeing... You see what I mean? You can still see the particle effects of people running around. In these, like, pseudo cutscenes. I look forward to seeing what you and Well will accomplish together. As Ilar leafs through the request, Lowry looks towards you with a glance. That seems to say, it's all in your hands now. All you goobers. I can't believe I'm already being assigned my first mission as a member of the Arcana Association. Be sure to let me know how I'm doing, well? I read over the original petition for aid for this mission, and to my surprise, it was a request to help someone find their missing sibling. I would have expected a missing persons report to be acted on right away. How is it that such an urgent request had enough time to turn its way through the hierarchy of the magistrates and end up on Lowry's desk? I can't help but wonder if there was an administrative error somewhere. Either way, we should look into this as soon as we can. Alright, let's follow her. Why don't I lead the way? I've been patrolling the Pontiff's court for years. I know the surrounding neighborhoods well. You follow Elar to locate the person who filled out the petition for aid. Tara Wetchman. We're right by the... We're over here in that area, okay. Are you really not going to help me find my brother? Really? If you won't help me find him, I'm just going to keep following you around. I've got nothing else to do. You've got to help me find my brother. I know he's waiting for me out there somewhere, probably lost and scared. There's a limit to how much you can... Okay, Tara Wetchman. There's a limit to how much you can stretch the truth, kid. You keep carrying on like, oh, my poor brother, or he's out there somewhere, lost and alone. You're just leading people on. Do you think I have nothing better to do than search every back alley in Tara for a missing cat? Hello there. I've come on behalf of the Arcana Association. We received a petition for aid regarding a missing person. So we were hoping you might be able to tell us a bit more about what's going on. Wow, they sent someone to... Wow, they sent someone from the Arcana Association for this, and WoW is with you too? What's going on? Don't tell me there's somehow more to this whole situation than meets the eye. Oh, you must have, oh, this boy. Oh, you must have come help me find my little brother. It's already been a few days since I last saw him. I've asked so many people for help, but no one will help me search. Tara Wetchman, are you really trying to hoodwink these people from the Arcana Association? Why don't you tell them the truth? Your cat ran away. How can I find one lost cat in Tara? We've got hundreds of strays here. If it's really so urgent, you should be out there looking... If it's really so urgent, you should be looking right now, not writing letters claiming there's a missing child out there. These people are important enough that they'll surely got better things to do. Oh, yeah. Cat. Mischievous boy. I'm just in town visiting some family. I don't really know my way around here. That's why I wanted to ask someone who does. Sheesh, why are you so cranky? Is that uniform giving you permanent wedgie? I'm not just going to stand around and let you sass me, kid. Get out of here. And stop bothering these two with your petty problems. With all due respect, nothing that troubles one's heart can be regarded as small or insignificant. If you have a brother or sister yourself, surely you can understand the boy's pain. You needn't worry. We'll take care of things from here. Little boy, can you tell us more about your brother, this brother of yours? Do you have some idea where he might be now? I mean, if you want to get involved, that's no business of mine. But why would people from an association under the supervision of the Queen concern themselves with such mundane matters? I suppose those will at least keep the kid off my back. So you'll hear no objection from me. Good luck with your search. You'll need it. Look at all the gremlin options we can get. Oh no, wait. Okay. The guard shakes his head, obviously perplexed about the Arcana Association's presence in the matter of exceedingly little import. Thanks for being willing to help. I've been trying to figure out where he might have gone. But the back alleys around here are such a maze, and I'm afraid I'll get lost myself. And if I went missing, my parents would end up coming here from out of town to find me, and that caused more trouble for everyone, especially me. That's why I tried to get some grown-ups to help me. I told people that it was my little brother who went missing, but it's actually my cat. I had to fib a little though. No one was willing to help me look for a lost cat. It's so sweet that you were doing all of this so you could not trouble your family. You need to worry. Wild possesses a wealth of talents. If they put their mind to it, finding a lost person or cat would be a simple matter. Oh no, I get options. Ela looks at you, seeming to expect some sort of a reaction. Act confident. Act embarrassed. I'm confident. I can find a cat. Mushrooms! You see? This is someone you can trust with any problem, great or small. Don't worry. Just wait here while we track down your little brother. So, the last place I saw him was this alley here. We were out playing, then suddenly he dashed down the alley. I looked for him there, but I couldn't find him. When it's quiet, I can still hear him meowing here and there, so I don't think he's gone too far. As for what he looks like, well, he's got round black eyes, light orange fur with some stripes. You can always tell where he is around mealtimes because he'll keep meowing until I feed him. And, let's see. Oh, right. He was holing up in a cramped, dark... He likes holing up in cramped, dark spaces. If he decides to crawl into some dusty corner or of our closets at home, it can be hard to find him. I made some of his favorite snack. If you've got some of this with you, he might smell it and decide to come out. Yes, of course, it's an orange cat. I doubt he had very much to eat the last few days, so he's probably starving. Ah, this should make our search much easier. Thank you for providing so much information. The boy will hand over several cat treats. Splitting up would allow us to cover more ground more quickly. Let's each try leaving some snacks in conspicuous places in the alleyways to see if that will draw out our little missing friend. I'll take the path on the right while you take... I'll leave the left to you. Head down the left path. Okay. The left path and place a treat in a conspicuous corner the cat may favor. Healthy cat treat. Badger, look who it is.
Okay, that's amazing. Clever.
I don't know if Yamanoki is like watching the stream or just AFK there. Either way, that was amazing. This seems like the kind of corner a cat might enjoy curling up in. You should place a treat here. ... But there's already a cat here! You carefully place the cat tree in the corner. Oh wait, that was an actual item. Is it already gone from my inventory? No, it's not. Okay, real fast. Reading. Uh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This pun. Oh. Healthy cat treat. A meowth-watering treat for the boy's feline friend. Even from a distance, the lost cat is sure to smell this and find the way home. I'm glad I paused to read that. Them puns. Alright. You carefully place the cat tree in the corner where any passerby would be unlikely to find it. The perfect place, in other words, for a lost cat to stumble upon a savory snack. You should place treats in a few other places. Given the capricious nature of cats, it pays to tilt the odds in your favor. This seems to be the sort of dark corner a cat might enjoy napping in. Place the treat here. You hide the cat tree in the darkened corner where only a cat's sensitive nose could sniff it out. Return to where Earler and the boar are waiting. Can I sneak between? Yes, I can. Ha! As I'm facing the wrong way. Wow, did you leave the treats somewhere where the cat would be likely to find them? I thought I could hear a cat purring while I was walking down one of the alleys, but I didn't see much as a whisker. Wherever he is, he must be starving. The sooner we find him, the sooner he can eat a good meal, and we can play together. There, I'm sure he misses you too. I doubt he's gone very far, so don't worry. Let's just wait and see what happens. Meow, meow. There it is. Wait, do you hear that? I'd know that meowing anywhere. I'm coming, just hold on. Keep calm. He could be coming this way, so I think it's best you just stay here while you stand watch on the road. We'll go through the alleys and see if we can spot him. Okay, sounds like a good plan. Well, let's check the places we left the treats. We'll need to be quick about it, though we wouldn't want him to leave the area. Inspect the places you left the cat treats. This is still just too funny, the Mabinogi over here. Cat noises, yeah. You place the tree in the corner, in this corner. You hear purring coming from somewhere nearby. Meow, meows, all the meows. Calico cat. That is the wrong cat. Upon closer inspection, this cat looks like it's, looks different from the way the boy described it. You recall he mentioned this cat has orange fur and stripes. Unfortunately, this doesn't seem to be the right cat. You should check the other spot and see if it has drawn any visitors. The cat gazes towards you for what seems like a long time before bolting down the alley. Meow. Ah, black cat. It seems the scent of a handmade treat has drawn the attention of this curious cat. Question marks? As you take a closer look, you realize this cat couldn't be the one the boy is looking for, as it is a black cat and not one that is orange with stripes. Meow again? Well, you managed to find cats. They were sadly not the cats you were looking for. You decided to go back to check with Eolar and the boy, hoping they had better luck. Meows, meows. The cat cocks its head quizzically at you before sinking its teeth into the tree and scurrying way deeper into the alley. Oh! Little brother! Aww. Aww! Look who I found nibbling on a treat! You see Eeylar holding an adorable orange cat with stripes. It looks hungry and tired, but the eyes gleam with an inextinguishable spark of feline curiosity. Mischievous boy, you guys really did it! You found him! The other grown-ups wouldn't help me once they found out my brother was actually a cat. I've been so worried, I thought I might have to go back to Belfast without him. Oh my, you came all the way here from Belfast by yourself? Yep, I'm actually from there. I just came to visit some relatives. Spending all that time on a ship was rough. I figured that while I was in Tara, I should take advantage of the opportunity to see as much of the city as I could, instead of just going back home right away. But when my cat went missing, I kind of freaked out. I spent all my free time searching for him, so I haven't really gone anywhere yet. Now he's back, and it's time for some sightseeing. I'm glad the two of you have found each other again. Just make sure you keep a closer eye on your little brother from now on, alright? Of course! You've gotta stick with me this time, little bro. Meow? You've met enough cats to recognize that this cat does not actually understand what he's saying. We're besties, and he usually listens to me, so I think we'll be okay now. I hope so. Be sure to keep a close eye on him and enjoy touring the city together. Okay, I will. Meow, 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 meows. All the meows. The cat begins meowing as if to say, please let me rest first, but the boy just smiles, scoops the cat in arms, and takes off towards his relative's residence. I'm so glad everything worked out in the end. I never feel more like I'm living my life in accordance with Limwork's will than when I'm able to help someone like that. Shall we return to the association room and make our report to Lowry? We work together, so it's only right we report our success together, too. Return together. I'm sure Larry will be happy to hear the good news. Let's not keep him waiting. Heading back. Ah, finally finished, I take it. How did everything turn out? You tell Larry about how the mission went. The way Taro is laid out, it feels like there are as many alleyways as buildings sometimes, so finding a cat hidden in one of them is no small feat. I'm glad to hear everything went well. How did you feel about the mission, Eeylar? Oh, I must say, it was wonderful. My duties as a temple knight mostly involved patrolling and standing guard, so I didn't have all that many opportunities to help people directly. Even when I volunteered for community service, I was typically tasked with keeping suspicious people away from where the actual work was taking place. Admittedly, I sometimes felt a sense of disconnect. I've always believed our lives should be lived with the love and compassion that reflects Limerick's teachings, but my day-to-day duties didn't always feel like they were aligned with that idea. In contrast, I love how, here in the Arcana Association, I have opportunities to help people and make a real difference. Missions like this are a regular part of our duties here, right? I'm glad to do more. Yes. I'm glad to see everything went smoothly. But don't you feel like you could have been doing more? Some task where you could put your Arcana to use, perhaps? The mission you undertook this time didn't really provide many opportunities for that. When it comes to helping out lost lambs in need, one's skills and abilities are secondary. We all possess different strengths and talents, but Limerick's will is is that each of us uses what we're given to do good in this world. I see. That's a good way of looking at things. Lowry tilts his head, seeming slightly confused at Eolar's reaction. You can see him suddenly look your way, as though there were things he wishes to ask you. Anyways, congratulations on a job well done. I'll have Well fill me in on the rest of the details, so you're free to go rest. If you like. At the moment, you hear a panicked voice coming from outside the chamber. Panicked guard. Lowry, are you here? Yes, I'm here. What is it? Is something the matter? I'm sorry to barge in, but there's been an accident near the castle. We're short of hands. We're running around trying to find anyone able to help. Can the Arcana Association spare anyone? Ideally someone strong, but I'll take whoever's available. It wasn't my intention to saddle you with more work, Well, but it does seem like the need is urgent. Lowry gives you an apologetic glance. I know you just returned from a mission I gave you earlier, so I hate to send you back out, even without even a chance to rest. But will you be willing? Actually, I think someone right here in this very room is perfectly suited for such an assignment. Given the urgency of the matter, wouldn't it be best to dispatch both of us to render aid? I think WoW should be able to handle things. Honestly, we'd be glad for any additional hands we can get. I was directed to send over anyone I can find on short notice. Short of the castle guards currently working their shifts. Understood. In that case, I encourage you to go as well, Ilar. I'm looking forward to hearing about this incident once you returned. Oh, and please continue doing what we've discussed before. Lowry shoots you a knowing look, hoping you'll keep an eye on Ilar. 2 volunteers, both fit and able? The officer in charge will be happy to see you both. Head to the site as soon as you can. I'll take you there myself, but I still have to round up more people. With a nod, the guard dashes out the door and you hear footsteps growing fainter as he hurries down the hall. Speed walks away. Alright, this briefing seems to have some information about what you'll be helping with. This should go without saying, but your personal safety comes first, don't forget that. Looks like we're partying up again. Well, I'm looking forward to working alongside you. Alright. Don't need any additional time to prepare. We can depart whenever you're ready. Let me know if you need more time. Ready. It sounded urgent, so we better... shall we be off? Alright, am I... myself? I am myself. I can't put on stuff yet. Ah! You're here, wow. We received word not long ago that someone... Okay. I know the request is very sudden, so thank you for coming so quickly. First, I should have started explaining this whole mess. You see, we've had a tree fallen suddenly, and it had unfortunate timing and fall on a caravan of travelers passing through. I still think it's strange the tree was perfectly fine, and not some dead wood ready to blow over the wind. Now it's lying across the road, blocking passage. Able-bodied people can go around, but it's a different story for merchant carts or the elderly. We've taken those who have already received basic medical attention to a nearby healer's house. So now we're mostly got cleanup ahead of us. How can we help? Thankfully, we have people from the Pontiff's Court here helping to treat and move the injured. So it looks like we're covered as far as first aid goes. What I'd like to ask you and your colleague from the Arcana is to lend us your strength to clear out everything that's still blocking the road. Now, if you could, now if you'll just come with me, I'll show you. Oh. I can't help but notice, but is your friend there isn't looking well. Is she alright? Uh-oh. Call Taylor. Oh, huh? Aylar's expression is blank and her gaze distance. Right? That's a huge tree. I can't move. A group of Temple Knights stride over to you. Huh, I heard they accepted you into the Arcana Association or whatever, but looks like even there, you're still useless when someone needs you. You're always going to be on and on about the importance of helping others, serving the community. The only servers I see is live servers. You can't even practice what you preach. Come on, aren't you going to defend yourself? I thought you loved running your mouth. Yeah, hold us back. Ill-tempered Knight. The day you left, it was like everyone let out a sigh of relief and could hear clear out to Blango. Finally, the nag who'd bust your balls for not being reverent enough in church was gone. Jesus. Okay. Can I equip my bow and arrow now so I can explode these people? That's enough. We weren't sent by the Pontiff's court to sling petty insults. What's done is done. She's gone now. So no point in dredging up the past. We have tasks to do. Let's buckle down and get it done. Don't even think about scurrying back to the Temple Knights. I guarantee there won't be a place for you here. ... Oh, ask where to start cleaning the mess. Oh, right over here if you would. Poor Aylar. Aylar seems to be having a difficult time, and it would probably be best for her to rest now. Help out in the scene of the accident. I am equipping my bow and arrow now because I really want to shoot those people. Oh my gosh, the person's just sweeping. Sweep. Sweep! Cuckoo's spirit was here. So I'm going to just quickly state this. I do love that it was also in her cutscene, but I love that they actually been reusing assets to actually make like full scenes full scenes essentially. So hey, there was a tree that fell and caused a bunch of problems. So we have broken wagons, and these are all the homestead rocks that we have, by the way. And then these are actually, I think these are actually from Coracle, these giant fallen chunks of wood. But I just like that it actually kind of gives more life to the thing and not just throwing us into a blank area. Just saying, oh yeah, there was a thing happen here, we're just gonna go do this. They did, during her cutscene earlier in the first section, Karu Force, thank you. Alright, let me read this. You did great out there. We got this mess cleaned up in no time thanks to you. When we make our official report, we'll be sure to tell the brass how helpful the Arcana Association was. You take care now, and have a safe trip back. ... Well, I'm sorry, I'm sure you have questions about what happened. In truth, there's something I need to tell you, but I could never find the right time. ... I'll explain more when we meet with Lowry. The two of you make your way to the association room. I love how the framing there was just the boob shot. Hila remains quiet, her sullen expression giving shape to the gloom that hangs over her. I'm glad you both returned. How was it? You explained to Lowry the accident that occurred and how you were able to help. Even this, if it was only temporary, having to reroute all the traffic on the main road does explain the urgency of the request. It sounds like there was quite a few injuries, but thankfully no casualties. And since the Pontiff's court sent a detachment to help treat the wounded, that must have provided a great opportunity to catch up with your colleagues, Ilar. Dots. Also cool. I was right! Aura. Elar? There's something I have to tell you. I should have been upfront about it when we first came here to interview, but both of you saw my memory of the moment when I first awakened to my Arcana talent, right? We did. I know sharing such a personal memory mustn't have been an easy decision, but doing so has been an immense help in building the hypotheses on how Arcana talents can form or awaken naturally in individuals. Once again, allow me to offer my gratitude on your openness. Dots. Truth is, the day engraved more in my mind than just the foundation for my Arcana. Oh? The terrible memories of that day have lingered with me ever since, like a stain that never washes away, even after years of trying. So whenever I encounter an accident that reminds me of that time, I freeze up, stiff as a statue. When I'm like that, I can't do anything or say anything. I'm completely worthless. No, when it matters the most. Dots. The truth is, being sent here was more or less a quiet expulsion from the service of the Pontiff's court. People accuse me of being a hypocrite for speaking so often of love and duty and standing idly by during the times when I should have been leading by example, practicing what I preach. I never wanted to be like that. I'm so ashamed. I've tried so hard to move past it. But maybe there are some walls too high to ever truly scale. I fear I'm hopeless. The trauma was just too strong of a hold over me. I should have been honest with you from the start. I'm sorry it took me this long to come clean about it. The fault here rests entirely with me, and I'm willing to accept whatever punishment you see fit for withholding that information. In light of my personal shortcomings, there's two my's there, by the way. If you don't want me as a member of the association anymore, I understand. I think there's something fundamental you're misunderstanding about the Arcana Association, Elar. Huh? The Arcana Association wasn't founded to find and train flawless superhumans. While it may regularly accomplish great feats of heroism, but all of us understand full well the differences between Danons and Militians. The Queen decided to support the research we do here because she believes in the potential of our people to grow and improve. Establishing the Arcana Association lay the foundation that will allow us to discover exactly how we might accomplish that. Each member of our association is an invaluable piece of the puzzle. You yourself are living proof of the potential that we, Tuatha Dea nuns, are capable of. If there comes a time when the association must showcase the development and growth of an Arcana, we'll leave that in WoW's hands. Their ability to utilize the concepts our members have pioneered is undeniable. Larry? Well, I suppose that's enough rambling from me. The long and short is, we've established beyond a doubt that you innately possess an Arcana, and you're lending us your aid in helping to research that Arcana. Based on those factors, you remain as fully qualified as a member of the Arcana Association as the day you joined us. If there is anything you're going through that's proving a hindrance to the training or the development of your abilities, we're authorized the use of the kingdom's substantial resources to provide with other assistance you need. You needn't worry about that. Oh, Larry, I apologize for thinking you as a shifty nitpicker all this time. Shifty nitpicker, that's a very appropriate term for him. If you believe I'm still qualified, I would like to continue as a member of the Arcana Association. If I can, I would like to finally overcome my trauma so I can help more people. Would that be agreeable with you? Nitpicker? I suppose no one could accuse you of not speaking your mind nobly, but when have I ever nitpicked anything? I mean, aside from the prohibition on the prophecy, well, spreading a good word is my highest calling in service to Limerick. You can hardly blame me for trying to skirt the line and find those little unguarded moments to share the faith with others. Can you please refrain from doing that? I've had enough friendly visits from those employed in the castle asking me to rein you in. Oh my, are they really saying that? I suppose I can do slightly less often then. Moving on. Now that we've cleared up the potential misunderstandings about your fitness of membership in the Arcana, our next order of business ought to be thinking of how we can help you overcome your trauma. Thank you. I'm willing to do whatever I can to help. Glad to hear. I imagine you must be tired of the full day we had. So I think it's best you go home and get some rest. I'll be in touch if I learn anything that might prove helpful. Thank you for consideration, and I think I'll relax here a little while before I head home. As Eula walks off to her usual location, Lowry turns to speak to you. His tone's somewhat self-conscious. I may have picked up on this already well, but after assessing the information that's come to light, I believe I have sorely misjudged Yolar's intentions. And yet, I wouldn't have had any reason to be suspicious if I hadn't heard that messenger from Pontiff's court muttering about her under his breath. All the concerns that come with trying to manage an organization like ours and have probably made me a touch more guarded than I realized. By the by, how... Sorry, when someone with a very... Stream bombed, woohoo! Okay, by the by, how did things go when Alar spoke with the Knights of the Pontiff Court? You told Lowry about how the Knights mocked her, deriding her as useless, and someone who failed to live up to the principles she herself advocated. Well, I suppose that corroborates what Eolar told us herself. Thanks for keeping an eye on her well. I'm glad to know I was mistaken. From this point on, I'll do everything to aid her in overcoming her trauma and preventing her from... Why is this flashing? Why are you this flashing? Preventing her from realizing her true potential. That the only way I can think of to make up for that regard of her uncharitably from the onset. Wish me luck, my friend. We're in this together now. Alright, there's that quest. All you people over here. Alright, we're halfway through this. And it is actually now like 7 o'clock. I did not realize it was going to take me so long. I probably should have just paused this for next time, but I am getting tired. My throat is killing me. So, let's see who's alive, who's... Should be this one. Yes. See the quest? Walking toward the light. That doesn't sound ominous at all. Oh, hello. How have you been? I've been adjusting well to life in the Arcana Association, and I'm grateful to you for playing a large part in that WoW. Still, as much as I like to tell you everything is wonderful, I can't help but worry. I don't know if Larry told you, but I've been hoping for a chance to speak to you in private. In truth, I'd like to talk with you about my personal history, about the trauma I've been living with. ... Actually, this may not be the best place to discuss it. Would it be alright with you if we met at Pontiff's Court? I know a few places where we could have a quiet conversation without anyone around. If you have some business to tend to here, you can take care of that and then join me when you're ready. I'll go on ahead, so look for me when you arrive. Elar forces a smile as she nods to you and steps out of the Arcana Association room. She likely feels uncomfortable at the thought of being overheard when speaking about such personal subjects. So, going to a place that puts her heart at ease seems like a sensible decision. Alright. Oh my gosh. Why is there a cake there? Bash, look at this.
Oh my god, that is a gigantic cake.
She's all the way in the back of the room. Dots. Oh, Ilar is praying right now, so focused on this moment of quiet devotion that she seems oblivious to the presence of others. You should wait till she's finished to speak with her. Dots. Dots. Oh my! I didn't even realize you'd arrived. As soon as I got here, I couldn't help but lift my heart in prayer. Dot dot dot. I've always... You okay? Are you okay, Ed? I've always thought this is a wonderful place, and has a way of putting my mind to ease, no matter how many worries I have piled up. When I come here and pray, it feels like I'm being cradled in Limerick's warm embrace. All my feelings of weakness and uncertainty give way to enough strength and courage to face my trials. Perhaps that's why whenever my heart is troubled or I'm feeling exhausted, my feet seem to naturally carry me here. Do you have somewhere special like that, WoW? A place where you can go to unburden your heart and find peace? If you don't, you're always welcome to come pray or spend a quiet hour at the Pontiff's court. ... You probably have some idea of what I want to talk about, don't you? When our eyes met, I feel like you see deeper than the surface. I don't know why, but it makes me feel as though I can share things with you that I couldn't with anyone else. So I feel a bit ashamed to admit it, but I'm really been struggling lately. Lowry promised to help me find a way to deal with my trauma, and true to his word, he's had me try a number of different approaches. He brought me several scholars, experts in the field of psychology, for a series of consultations, and even reached out to a well-known priest to see if my condition might be addressed through a faith-based approach. We even went so far to stage a scene of the accident so that one might for a play, in hope that engaging with it as an adult might help me move past it. But nothing we've tried had lessened my anxiety related to those memories. In truth, running this gauntlet of treatments has left me feeling exhausted. It's been a long time since I wrestled with those thoughts and feelings, though, so it seems ingenuine to claim I'm spent after finally confronting them again. ... Do you remember the day I visited the Arcana Association for my evaluation? During my interview, I mentioned that my father once dreamed of being a knight, and that it was he who inspired me to become one myself. The reason I was able to do it, the reason I've been able to come this far, is thanks to the values and ideals of my mother and father, instilled in me from the time I was a child. My parents were strong people, good people. When I remember them, it feels hard to measure up to their example. My mother was a well-known woodcutter, so skilled in her trade that she would regularly receive orders for lumber from other towns. Oh no. I'm being mushroom bombarded now.
Lol.
Hi, Licorius.
Mushroom.
And it's gonna constantly play each one of them, so this is gonna be funny. I think I have it set to be like 10 seconds each, so no. My father was a devoted husband who supported my mother by taking charge of our household affairs, including looking after me. That is a hilarious picture. Is it bad? I probably shouldn't say the name of it. I can't afford. This reminds me of one of your characters, by the way, Badger. Like, this is your character, Badger, and this is her dad.
Yep.
Lauren! Yeah, you haven't missed much. We just started. He'd always take me outdoors with him, making sure I got plenty of exercise so I grew up strong and healthy. We swam under waterfalls, climbed trees, fished in the streams. Thinking back on now, I was always having such a good time. I never really thought of it as training. Oh my gosh, this is your character. Ultimately, I owe it to them that I grew up fit for knighthood. And yet, the truth is, I'm still paralyzed by something that hurt me years ago. I feel like I've fallen short of being a daughter they'll be proud of. I'm pretty sure they are quite proud of you, hon. Though Eolar is smiling, you can feel a pain longing behind her expression. Are you lonely? Huh? What is that supposed to mean? Oh right, I don't have her NPC thing popping up. Boop. There it is. When I was younger, perhaps, I thought like a child, but I've grown since then. I don't know. Perhaps I'm exhausted from bearing everything alone. I dwell on it more than I want to admit. Why am I the only one who suffers like this? Why am I still bound by this pain? By a wound time has never healed. Hey, we have someone to introduce you to. His name is Matthias. I think that's the next quest, though. But I was able to confess, but I was never able to confess that to anyone. Not like I could have to my father or my mother. ... You can love someone with all your heart, but that guarantees nothing. Human lives, human bonds, can shatter like a glass bauble upon the stones. We can pledge to be together forever, to see each other through good times and bad, but in the face of a divinely ordained trial, it all crumbles, no matter how earnest the vow. No one can promise to be with you always. My father promised me he'd always be there to keep me from harm. My mother promised that she'd cut the wood to build my house when I was grown. But they're gone now, and I've been alone since. Oh, dear. I'm sorry, Wow. I called you out here saying I wanted to talk, but I feel like I end up unloading all of my frustrations. I guess now you know the burden that I've been struggling with. ... You know, in meeting you, I realized that there really are people out there with the strength enough to bear it all. I've always heard Militians were powerful, that not even death could hold them back for long. But having seen what you can do firsthand, I felt even more amazed. And the thought occurred to me, maybe even faced with a trial, a Militian wouldn't break. Maybe a Militian wouldn't leave people they love behind. Oof. ... Oh, that reminds me, there's something I really wanted to tell you. ... Actually, never mind. Right now, I need to fortify my heart and earn... Hi, my cat just jumped on my lap. Hi, Hi, Fidget. Right now, I need to fortify my heart with earnest prayer. You can go if you need to. I think I need to stay a while longer. Thank you for coming and listening. Be safe on your way back. Oh, you're just going to actually pop down on my lap. Alright. You know I won't be talking, right? I need a cat cam. I really need to get a cat cam to turn on whenever this furball decides to interrupt. Do not chew on my headset! Sorry, guys. Be safe on your way back. Eolar falls silent, folding her hands in prayer. Having shared perhaps more than she had originally intended, you doubt she'll want to continue conversing about such sensitive topics right now. Return to Lowry and check in with him. I have to leave the building first before I teleport. Well, there's a lot of people just clustered here. Oh, welcome, WoW. You wouldn't happen to know where Elar has gone, would you? I figured the two of you were chatting about something. Was that not the case? You relay only the necessary information from the conversation you had with Elar. Ah, so that's it. I had a feeling. She never mentioned it outright, but when we tried each method to no avail, I could almost sense her growing more and more dispirited by her lack of progress. After our encouragement, she probably has high hopes that one of these approaches would lead to real, meaningful change. And after I told you to look forward to some good news last time, too, admittedly, I find myself lost. That doesn't mean I'm throwing in the towel, though. Observing how Eolar overcomes her trauma and the effect it has on the manifestation of her Arcana is a valuable case study for the Association. This guy is just using this for experiments. This is mean. However, given her mental wariness right now, I like to put her treatment on hold and allow her to rest and regain her composure. Speaking of which, I recall her mentioning on several occasions that she really enjoyed the first mission the two of you did together. Let's see. Larry leaves through a pile of documents on his desk, continuing only after he has pulled out the single sheet of paper he was apparently looking for. This task caught my eye yesterday, and as I was organizing the requests we've been assigned. It's similar in spirit to the first mission I had the two of you do. So why don't you and Elar take care of it together? I think spending some time with you will do her a world of good. Help her unclench and relax, you know? Glad to help. Your support is, as always, much appreciated. I'm not sure where Elar has gone, but I've got a feeling you may know. So I ask that you fill her in on the details of your new joint assignment. Elar hasn't returned to the association room yet. Perhaps you should look for her at the Pontiff's Court. I'm gonna be honest, I really wish they put a moon gate closer to the court. Like, they have all this space out here, why couldn't they put one over here? What are you watching? Oh, wow! What are you doing back here? Can you tell Elar about the request Lowry has tasked you both with completing? A new mission? If Lowry asked you to deliver the news personally, even he must have been able to tell I was growing disheartened. I still remember the first mission we undertook together. I hope the help we're able to offer will prove as gratifying as it did then. Let's see what the request entails. Elar looks over the assignment. Oh, my. It looks like we've been asked to help judge a Royal Junior Chef competition. Oh no. I knew the Crown sponsored a wide range of events, but this is the first time I've even heard of this one. Still, it does sound like it might might be an enjoyable time. I'm already looking forward to seeing what the contestants will make. Oh no. According to the sheet, the schedule will begin, it's scheduled to begin soon. Come on, we wouldn't want to keep them waiting. You join a slightly more, buoyant Elar for the walk back to the castle. Oh. I love that they do teleport us to places we need to be. Are you done moving around on my lap now? Oh, you're purring. Purring kitty cat. My leg is gonna fall asleep. What brings you to the kitchen today? Ah, yes, the competition. Come now. Now that you're here to aid the judging, things can finally get underway. Tell me, how much do the two of you know about cooking? Have you lovingly labored over the stove in the last fortnight? It's rare to find anyone around here who truly understands my culinary philosophy. Of course, it stands to reason that the unique individuals selected to join the Arcana Association have equally unique palates. After all, art influences taste, and the taste circles back to influence art. You'll be serving to evaluate the food prepared by the contestants in today's competition, but I advise you not to underestimate our junior chefs solely on the basis of their age, only for they represent the culinary titans of tomorrow. Oh my god, we're just joining Master Chef, aren't we? Indeed, one entrant has even trained under me, the castle's head chef, and learned how to produce cooking fit for the queen's plate. These young chefs have devoted their lives to the culinary arts, but it is your sense of taste that shall determine their fate. Will they stay in the frying pan or leap into the fire? What are you doing? Oi! 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 One second. Cat! Come back here. No! You don't. You little shit. Yeah, she did go into the kitchen. So the cat decided to climb off my desk, jump over the, onto the countertop in the kitchen to hop down in there to go over to her bowl of food. So instead of hopping down to the floor and walking around the corner, she basically walked across all of her countertops to get to her food bowl instead. Ah, what a little munchkin. Alright. Gillas can be a bit intense, but there's no question about his passion for cooking. Do the junior chefs burn with the same vigor? Your taste buds will be the judge of that. Go to the cooking contest. We mustn't delay, things are already heating up. Oh my, what sorts of dishes do you think they'll be making? I can't wait to try them all. You can either follow Gluez to where the competition is taking place. Alright, let's see how... The music. The moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. The Kingdom's Royal Junior Chef Competition shall commence without delay. Can you feel the excitement burning in the cast iron skillet? These young luminaries of the culinary world have gathered here to show they've got what it takes to be true tastemakers for all of Erin. Oh, is this actually Gordon's theme? I love that they committed to the bit. Our passionate junior chefs are all fired up, but how will they fare when we turn up the heat? My cat is just a menace today. Let's meet each of the 3 finalists. Our first finalist is the Rising Star. This talented youth rose to top of my own 32nd Royal Cooking class, a no-holds-barred training course that's not for the faint of heart. They've honed their skills preparing meals fine enough for royalty and filling enough for knights. Now it's time to let all that training shine. Our second finalist is Snack Robot. Snack Robot? Okay. As a 15-time junior chef competition winner, okay, this lively lass needs no introduction. She baked, boiled, and fried her way through my very own Mithril Chef recipe book over 100 times, specializing in dishes so broadly appealing, even picky children will ask for seconds. Ah. Oh, Snackrobat. Gotcha. Thank you for explaining the pun that...
Runic must be proud.
Runic must be very proud. Our third finalist is the Meowth-watering Maestro. Runic and Anaphora had fun with this. This lad's journey to culinary mastery has brought him all the way from Belfast, whose markets are replete with the finest, freshest ingredients from across the known world. But will his bold taste be enough to earn a perfect score from our judges? Alright, contestants, you have 100 minutes to prepare a dish that showcases your talent and skill. This is the same kid you helped, by the way? If you don't remember. What do you mean, same kid we helped? Oh wait, it was the kid. Oh! Oh, this is the one from the first quest. The kid with the cat, yeah! After those rousing introduction, the junior chefs eagerly begin. Wow, those 100 minutes went by in a flash. The time has come for the great showdown. At last, our 3 contestants are ready to present their dishes. The 2 of you will help me judge their offering for quality and overall appeal. We'll try each dish and score them individually, then we'll add our scores together, the highest total determining the winner. Sample the first contestant's dish. I still love the guild name still comes through even they turned off names. Dots. The flavor is so rich and full that you can scarcely believe a child made it. Give this dish a score that reflects its quality. Well, if our character apparently likes it, I'll go 5 points. You finish scoring the first dish. Sample the second dish. They're all gonna be good, aren't they? Dots. Delectable, surely this goes beyond what anyone would expect from a child's culinary prowess. And to think that you've kept your expectations in check due to their youth. Even in the... Oh no. Even when many militians consider it a rite of passage to defeat a bear at 10 years old. I wonder what happens if we just do 5 score for everybody. Because this next one's probably going to be even more elaborate, like, oh my god, it's absolutely amazing! You finish scoring the second dish. Sample the third dish. Dots. Gasp. through a cutscene at us. Amazing, just amazing. Incredible, we've never had anything like it. How can you describe the taste? It's as though each of the ingredients' natural flavors had found a perfect expression, yet still blend together to create a harmonious whole from the lowest popper to the highest region. Surely all would proclaim the merits of this glorious dish. Give the dish a score that reflects the status of the culinary triumph. What the heck? 100K, 1 million, or 10 million? I don't think we're allowed to score like that. I love the cook-off contest between Gordon, not Ramsay, and Googly, right? I wish there was a special responses he had for Little Rings of Tasting. That actually would be pretty neat. It was a smart integration of the 5-star cooking cutscenes. Very. Alright, I want to do 1,000 points. I know it's supposed to be crazy, but yeah. You've finished scoring the third dish. Time to wait while the results are tabulated. They'll just have scored each dish and the contestants await the results. The chefs have poured their passion into each dish. The judges have tasted the spirited fruits of their labor. Our junior chef competition winner is the young talent whose passion for great cuisine is wide as the sea itself. 3 cheers for mouth-watering maestro, which is off the screen, off to the side because widescreen aspect ratio. Whee! With outstanding culinary talents like theirs, the passion that burns hot as midday sun in future dining. Future of fine dining in Aerin is bright indeed. This is Ethnos? Let's have a well-deserved round of applause for our contestants, our 2 gourmands who volunteer their time and taste buds as today's guest judges, and for everyone in the land, both near and far, who enjoys first-rate food and drink. Behold the next generation of Aerin's culinary celebrities. Enjoy a fiery feast of flavors. Oh, they're having some fun with the camera work there. Miss Elor! Wow, the mischievous boy. Remember me? The 2 of you helped me find my lost cat. I can't believe we meet again like this. Feels like it must have been fate. I was so surprised to see that you were both judges. What do you think of my cooking? It was the best. It was delish. It did weird things to my tongue. It was delicious. I would have gladly gone back for seconds. You have a real talent for cooking. How did you become so good at it? Well, I love to cook, so I'm always making something or other for myself or for my cat. He's always been a picky eater, so I've gone through a lot of experimentation and trial and error trying to find things he'd enjoy. If you remember that snack that you placed in the alleyways back when you were looking for him, it was a special recipe I came up with. It got a bunch of stuff he likes in it, so he wolfs it down every time I make it. He hasn't caused you any trouble lately, has he? Thankfully not. My dad is taking care of him while I'm away. Oh, that reminds me. My dad told me to come home after the contest because he needed to head out to Bangor. Guess I shouldn't keep him waiting long, huh? I hope I get to see you guys again sometime. I pray your trip will be safe and his as well. As Yaylor sees up the boy, you see her smiling warmly. It seems the 2 of you have developed a good rapport. Non-zero chance you were just served gourmet cat food, right? With the mission complete, you should head back and report to Lowry. I'm quite enjoying the step up in like the cutscenes that they've been experimenting with. Oh, we're not even. We still have a few parts of this quest. I felt like that was the end. Oh my. Welcome back, both of you. Judging by the looks on your faces, I presume everything went smoothly. You tell Lowry all about the Royal Junior chef competition, sparing no delicious detail. Knowing how passionate Glenn was, not Gordon Ramsay, is about culinary masterworks, I can almost picture him rushing around to each competitor station, raving about their ingredient choices and the temperature of their ovens. Considering it was an official association work, I had an enjoyable time, and honestly, I feel more refreshed now than I did before. Thank you for showing such great consideration. I've been trying not to let my frustration show, but it looks like you saw right through me. To your credit, you put on a brave face and gave an honest effort for every treatment and consultation I had you try. But reading subtle shifts in a person's mood is something that of a specialty of mine. Anyway, I'm glad everything worked out, and since you picked up on the fact that I intentionally selected this mission for your benefit, I suppose I can dispense with the effort of making any such future assignments feel like happy coincidence. I want to thank you as well, WoW. I've come to realize how in demand you are, and sometimes I worry that I'm taking up your time, but I'm always glad when I hear we've been assigned to the same request. Working with you has been a very uplifting experience. Well put. Even when I'm so up to my ears in paperwork and correspondence, I can barely remember who I assigned which requests to. Knowing WoW is out there representing us is a comforting thought. I just wish that peace of mind extended to Her Majesty. She's prone to worrying every time she hears that WoW is out on another assignment. On that note, there's actually something I'd like your help with. I know you've just returned, but it does seem reasonably urgent, so I hope you'll forgive me for springing it on you like this. What is it? Our most recent atonement of tasks contained a petition for aid from Bangor. It sounds like they've been having regular earthquakes there lately, and the suspicion is that there's something deep in the mines causing them. Needless to say, it had the residents pretty shaken, mentally and of course physically. Initially, the kingdom sent a detachment of soldiers to investigate, but they encountered enough resistance from the monsters in the mines that they pulled back for the time being. The petition The petition specifically requests individuals who can fight off rooms of monsters while scouting further in, likely why the Arcana Association was selected for such a task. After consideration of all factors, as well as all the hazards involved, I figured it was best to have you handle this one while. Apologies for interrupting, but as a member of the Arcana Association, might I voice my thoughts on this mission? By all means. It's our official policy that everyone may freely express their opinions. What's on your mind, Yalar? I'd like to be the one to take on this mission, if you allow it. I appreciate your dedication to helping others, Yalar, but given the nature of the ordeal you experienced as a child, I'm against it. The situation in Bangor seems especially precarious, and I'm not comfortable sending you on a mission like that yet. That's exactly why I should be the one to go. If I don't try to face my fear head on, I may never be able to move past it. I've been training hard, trying every suggestion you put forward in hopes of moving past my trauma. But at some point, the only way I'll know if any of that has helped is to put myself in a situation where I know it will tax me. ... I see where you're coming from. If you're that set on going, then for the sake of your personal growth, I'll allow it. I do have one condition, however. You must undertake this as a joint mission with WoW. With the potential dangers involved, having a partner to watch your back should prove less risky than going alone, not to mention more efficient. Thank you for accommodating my request. I couldn't ask for a better partner than WoW. Elar, WoW. Let me make this clear. This is a scouting mission. Your goal is to simply investigate. The mines can be a dangerous place, especially given the current conditions there. If you sense trouble, please prioritize your own safety. I appreciate your concern. Having seen all my shortcomings, I can understand why you might not yet think of me as someone who you can depend on. But if not me, then I ask you to believe in WoW. I realize how stubborn I must seem right now, but I'm grateful for your support, WoW. I promise I will keep you safe. With a nod and a look of concern from Lowry, you accept the mission, heading up to Bangor with Galar. And Badger, I totally giggled because the names are right next to each other. Oh my. How often do we actually get to see NPCs holding torches? That's actually...
Ooh.
Yeah, I think the only time we've ever seen it is a cutscene.
Oh god, I wonder if those are the G1 torches.
It is! The ones that the black and silhouette have. So English's Man, Sentry Guard, Dispatch Guard. Doesn't seem like there's anybody else in the area. Can we hold burning torches? I don't think we can. I don't know. I don't think we have any of that. I really do appreciate the intentional camera work, yeah. Alright. Dispatch Guard. My answer is the same as last time. The mine is off limits to everyone right now, and that includes you. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Please, could you just check on the mines one more time? I know you wouldn't just give up and walk away if it was your child. Oh no. My son could be in there. This is the Ancients Man speaking. I remember him saying he was going to go look around the mine, but he never came back. Dispatch Guard. I know you're frustrated, but there's nothing I can do. I've been ordered to bar all entry to the mine, no exceptions. Anxious Man. Damn, if only I'd known this would happen, I would have left him in Belfast. Please, sir, I'm begging you. Couldn't you just make one more sweep of the mine? This darn kid again! Oh, did you say you're from Belfast? By any chance, has your son visited relatives in Tara recently? Did he make the trip with his cat? As a matter of fact, he did. Wait, how did you? We actually helped him find his cat while he was visiting Tara. When we saw him after the junior chef competition, he mentioned an upcoming trip to Bangor with his father. You are his father, I presume? That's right. It's a long journey from Belfast to Bangor, so I wanted to bring him with me on my trip to see the sights on the mainland. He said he wanted to go look around the mine while I was conducting some business. I figured he'd be back before it was done, but I finished hours ago, and there's no sign of him. I don't know where he gets this reckless streak from, certainly not from me. I'm afraid he could have been wandering down one of the mining tunnels, oblivious to how dangerous mines can be. I won't be able to sleep a wink until I know he's safe. But they won't go look for him. They won't let me won't let me in and do it myself. What am I supposed to do? Go home and tell my wife I lost our kid in a mine shaft? Please don't despair. I'll venture into the mine and search for your son. You really do that for me? Thank you so much. Dispatch Guard. Ma'am, I hate to break it to you, but access to the mines is currently restricted until an authorized inspection team gives the all clear. We are actually from the Arcana Association. We received a report regarding a series of earthquakes that have recently struck Bangor, along with formal requests to investigate the cause. As such, I believe we would qualify as that authorized inspection team. Ah, so you're the people from the Arcana Association. We've been waiting for you. After the earthquakes, it was deemed too dangerous to allow anyone into the mines. That means not only have things ground to a halt here, the residents have been on edge, worried about more tremors could spike any time. Since you're here to assess the cause of the quakes, your access has already been authorized. We'll let you through once you're ready to enter. Please see if you can find any trace of my Anxious Man speaking here. Please see if you can find any trace of my son. He was with his cat last time I saw him. So even if you don't hear him, listen for any meowing. Take heart and wait for us here. If your son is in there, we'll find him. Well, I'm ready to head in when you are. And I am ready too. I pray the boy is safe. Let our investigation underway. You follow Elar into the mine. What should we do? What should we do? We kept our eyes peeled this whole time. I've seen no sign of the boy. Oh, we're already at the mines. For his sake and ours, I pray he didn't really venture into the mine. I doubt our search here will turn up anything more. Let's leave the mine for now and make a sweep of the area around Bangor. Oh no! Oh, I missed that. More tremors at a time like this? We best find the boy. What was... Oh, that's right. We entered the mines to find the boy. Well is with me. So, I'm sure that together we can... Wow? Are you here or... Oh, gosh, I don't care. If you're out cold, we may be in trouble. I can't... What if I can't find them? Okay. Some of these things are, like, timed. I can't just click and read. It's going to move on its own. I can barely move. Of all the times for an earthquake. Okay. I have to stay calm. I'm sitting this through. My injuries aren't serious. So I should be able to move. It might hurt, but I can work through it. ... Ugh. No. This can't be happening. Not again. Palos to help right when it matters most. Limerick, is this trial truly your will? That I would lose someone I care for again? I can't lose my bracelet. It's the only one of the mementos I have left. Oh. You can carry heavy stuff. And you always, you can carry heavy stuff and you always give me piggyback rides, too. You must be super strong, Dad. Those are noodle arms. Can I, like, scoot my over? You betcha. I've got to be strong to keep up with Mom, right? I'll always be there to take care of you and our family. So don't you worry. That is the same hair Cuckoo uses, I think. What's wrong, Dad? It's just a cough. One day I'm fine. The next day it's back again. That's how things are when you grow up. Well, okay, but Mom said you shouldn't overdo it, right? She scolded me yesterday for begging you to go out to the waterfall. Ah, come on. The waterfall's not even that far of a hike. And besides, we had fun yesterday, didn't we? Yeah, I loved it. We walked a lot, said hi to all the fish, and even got to practice pulling those logs. Promise me you'll take me again, okay? Of course I will. We'll go together. Cuff. Dad? Dots. Was Dad always that thin? That's right. His body was so frail. Dad, you were always there for me. You've always protected me, so I remember you as someone strong. But I'm sure there were lots of difficult times. Times when you were scared, right? But despite all of those, you took care of me. I always felt safe with you. You know, Dad, I'm probably bigger now than you were then. Dot dot dots. Oh, she's crying. But that means that what you did, I should be able to do too, right? I want to use whatever strength I have to protect the people who mean so much to me. Dot dot dots. O God of love, gentle shepherd, I pray you lead your lamb out of darkness. Let the rays of your hope shine upon my heart, and that I may have the wisdom and courage to overcome these hardships. Abide with me always, that your perfect love might drive out all fear. Grant me faith and perseverance equal to the trials of this moment. May the scars I still bear be healed, that I might gain the strength to share love more fully. Dot dot dot. Stand tall and be of good cheer, all ye who believe. Be not afraid, nor be dismayed, for Limerick shall be with you wherever you go. For if Limerick is with us, none can stand against us. Goblins! Okay, I'm gonna be RPing here, I know it. Oh, wait! Okay, there we go. I was gonna say. Alright. Hey, there's me and the kid. Dad, I finally did it. I kept the people who meant so much to me safe. That means I managed to grow into a pretty good adult in spite of it all, right? I'm gonna keep giving life my all, so that one day, when we meet again, you'll be proud to know how far your little girl has come. So, wherever you are, I hope you'll be watching over me. Yeah, I think... Granted, she kind of overcame her own stuff there, so that's great. But, what probably happened is, we got yeeted someplace, we found the kid. Oh hey, alright, let's find Ayolar, and we just, yeah, came through a wall. Hi, we just punched the wall to find you. But yes, Limerick Bible verses. Her pep talk has more words than Matthias's entire dialogue in his quest line. Yeah? Alright, let's continue on. I'm glad, dispatch guard, I'm glad to see you made it out safely. What in the blazes is going on in there? You tell them about the monsters in the mine and about the earthquakes. So monsters appeared in the tunnels around the time of the earthquakes. We can't say for certain, but it sounds like the monsters you encountered were connected to the tremors that hit Bangor. I wonder if they caused them somehow. Ideally, now that you've dealt with the monsters, there'll be no more shaking going on around here, but for now, we'll stay here to keep an eye on things. Thank you. We really owe the Arcana Association for coming through for us. You can be sure our superiors will hear of how you risked your life and limb in the mine. Anxious man. Thank you so much. I was afraid I might never see my little rascal again, but you saved him. You really saved him. I know better than anyone the heartache of losing one's family. No one should have to know what kind of grief, that kind of grief and pain. That's why I've embraced my calling by Limerick, to be a hand of love and mercy extend to others. Ah, so you're a holy warrior. You ought to thank her, son. If it weren't for her bravery, you might not be standing here now. You don't, Mischievous boy, you don't need to tell me how great she is. She found my cat in Tara and even helped judge the junior chef competition. It's like there's nothing she can't do. I wish I could live up to those words, but if anyone here does, it's wow. Mischievous boy, you're all great to me. I want to be someone who helps others just like you guys do. Well, you probably better start with listening to what your father tells you and making sure you take good care of your kitty. You don't gotta tell me twice, and I always listen to my dad. You sure? I'm gonna hold you to that, kiddo. Come on, if we stay here any longer, I worry you're liable to run off and fall into the excavation pits out in Garage. Alright, sounds like we're heading out. I hope I'll see you again sometime. We'll be waiting. Be well and take good care of your father. Euler bids the boy farewell, her voice full of tenderness. After seeing the boy off the boy and his father, you return to the Arcana Association with Euler. Lowry, I've been counting the hours since you left. Did you run into any problems? Though Lowry's tone maintains his usual business-like air, you can feel his concern just beneath the surface as you deliver your report on the mission. I see I have ads rolling up. As I suspect, sending both of you was the right call. You discovered the primary culprits behind the recent earthquakes, and the missing boy is now safe at home. But most importantly, I'm glad to see the two of you return safely. You mentioned that in the aftermath of the earthquake, Euler subdued the monsters that were causing the tremors. Based on that report, might I take this as a sign that you've overcome your trauma, Euler? Well, that was the first time I've been able to act under pressure like that, and as much as I wish I could say my days of freezing up when a crisis occurs behind me, I don't really know. But thanks to today, the one thing I'm sure of is I've come a long way from the person I used to be. When I think back on what happened and how I handled it, I truly believe that if I find myself in a situation like that again, I'll be able to rise to the occasion. It's great to hear that you sound... Wow. It's great to hear you sounding so self-assured. Though, now I feel all the more sheepish for saying I'd help you win in the end. You push through with your own grit and determination. Please don't think of it that way. I think all the different treatments and exercises you had me try made a tremendous difference. During all that training, I had plenty of time to look back and reflect on myself, both as I was and I am now. And okay, Lauren, we'll see you in a few. I kept asking myself why those memories had such a strong hold over me, and each time I did, I inched closer to the answer I'd been seeking. I'm pleased that you feel that way. If you can draw on your courage and act even in times of great stress, I'm optimistic that we will make great strides on the study of your Sacred Guardian Arcana. Oh yes, I'm ready to contribute however I can, whether it's through academic research or doing my part in carrying out missions assigned to the association. Believe me, I'm glad that you're so engaged in your work with the Arcana Association. I'd say that the future is looking bright. It certainly is. The exchange between the two is one of trust. Despite how things started, it seems as though Lowry harbors no more doubts about Eolar's intentions. Excellent work, both of you. Thanks to everyone's cooperation, we managed to work through most of the requests assigned to us by the Crown, so I dare say we'll be able to rest easy, at least for a while. That said, I still have plenty of official reports to file on the completed missions, as well as Ilar's positive development in recovering from her trauma. Then, would you mind if I borrow WoW for a while? There's something I want to speak with them, just between the two of us. Well, would you mind meeting me at the Pontiff's Court? It's not urgent, so if there's anything you need to do, feel free to do so. I'll go on ahead and meet you there. See you soon. Ilar smiles as she leaves the association room. Bleh. As she leaves the association room, you should follow her to the Pontiff's Court. Arcana Association Room. Arcana Association Room. Yeah, why do they have to make it kind of a tongue twister? And I need to open this room. Do not disturb.
Wawa.
Hi. How goes Badger? Wait a second. Badger, can you say something real fast?
Hello.
Okay. Sorry, making sure, like, the audio for you was dead. Wawa, hi Q. Oh, when did you get here? I was so caught up looking at the scenery that I didn't notice you arrived. You're probably curious why I asked you to meet me here, Wow. And well, it's because there's something I wanted to tell you. During that cave-in in the mine, my first thought was that I needed to save that boy. But then I had a realization. If I didn't save you, someone who's been by my side, faithfully helping me, I'd live in the regret for the rest of my life. Perhaps it was a simple purity of that impulse, but in that moment I recalled my father with greater clarity than I'd had in a long time. I've always remembered my father as a strong man. It seemed natural that he would care for and protect me. But the image of my father that flashed into my mind back in the mines was that of a man weaker than me, even when I was young. Perhaps he was doing his best to give the impression of strength, of someone I could always count on. And because I felt safe and cherished, I remembered him being strong of body, even though he wasn't. But from your words and actions, I've come to realize that true love is evinced far more through sacrifice than strength. To love someone doesn't require us to overcome our every weakness, but to acknowledge them and remain committed in spite of those shortcomings. I think that's the example my father was trying to set forth through the way he through the way he lived his life. ... So I'm going to try to keep my chin up. It was hard to come to terms with this, but I have my own faults. But along with those faults, I recognize that I need the courage to accept myself as I am right now so that I can grow beyond that. ... So, will you hear me out? Well... ... I'd like to be your friend. I want to be a friend who draws inspiration from your strength and heart, who will be there for you to witness you realize your great potential. Is that alright with you? Ilar smiles brightly, having brought all of her courage to bear, but you can make out the smallest hint of trembling in her voice. You look at each other as you share a quiet minute, refreshed by the cool breeze blowing off the river on the outskirts of the city. I'm pretty sure we've been friends since the whole cat thing. Alright, and that quest is done. Sacred Guardian. Yes! Oh, hi! Did not expect to see Matthias pop up right there. Stealth giant mode.
That's
go.
when you know it's serious.
Alright. Let's see, how long is this quest going to be? Ooh, it's pretty lengthy. Alright. Good. Dr. Lowry. A Guardian's Getaway. Oh. Ah, welcome. Wow, your timing is opportune, to say the least. I was just taking a break from reviewing some of our recent research reports. Say that 10 times fast. Wait, talk to him? No! Fudge, you're right. Darn it, say something sooner before I get carried away. Damn it. No, I'll be fine. That means you have to get the tidbits. Can I don't think I can crash the game. Because it already completed this part of the quest. Oh wait, it didn't. It didn't. I don't want to risk crash. I mean, you have. Okay, good. Okay, we're moving on then. I don't want to risk crashing things in case I just miss everything. Anyway, recent research reports. I know how valuable your time is, so let's get down to business, shall we? Over the last several weeks, I've been putting together a more detailed set of hypotheses on the conditions necessary for an Arcana to manifest naturally. Here, take a look at this while I explain. Okay. We were just talking about this in DMs. Lowry quickly plucks a few papers from the pile and hands them to you. I can't claim that what I've listed here is anything close to a comprehensive summary of all the preconditions necessary for the manifestations of Arcana, so keep in mind that all of this is squarely in the realm of conjecture, as it is often true of the research we carry out here. In order for a person, specifically a non-Malician, to manifest an Arcana, our current research seems to suggest they possess a certain amount of innate capability. Beyond training, this would also include things inherent to one's body, such as prodigious strength, vast reserves of mana, and so on. And at some point in such an individual's life, an inciting incident may occur, such as a moment that provides a spark that ignites the flame, melding the abilities of their primary talent with those of a secondary skill set. The resulting combinations are what we know of as Arcana talents. The way in which those talents fuse appear to be influenced by the individual's knowledge, feelings, and natural tendencies. My current theory is that if we were to find a person who meets all the known preconditions but does not possess an Arcana, we may be able to conduct some truly groundbreaking research on whether it's possible to manually catalyze the manifestation of an Arcana talent. Ooh, I just realized that we might be able to figure out something with that, we might see something with this regarding the upcoming talents, Arcana talents. Yeah, that could be interesting. However, in order to do that, we first need to ... Here comes Elar. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt an important discussion, but there's something I'd like to discuss with Lowry. Is now a bad time? Not at all. Our discussion, while important, is not urgent, and certainly nothing private. What?
It's just saw the stream and it's just she walked up fast. Holy cow!
From the corner of the room. She just zoomed in, yeah. Haven't done any of these yet, so I can log those for you. Have most of the dialogue, just no will to type them all down. Alright. Not at all. Our discussion, while important, is not urgent, and certainly nothing private. In fact, it concerns our association's ongoing research on Arcana talents. It's something every member will hear about soon enough. Thank you. In truth, this is a personal request. I would like to take some time off. Would that be possible? The Arcana Association operates in compliance with all the labor laws established by the Crown. You have plenty of unused personal leave remaining, and you are not presently engaged in any ongoing tasks or missions, so I can't think of any reason to deny your request. Thank you for your reassurance. These are the days I like to take on. Oh, just to be sure, if I'm on leave, I don't have to check in here on those days, do I? Correct. Here, let me give you the personal leave request form. Just fill out the dates and reason for the request, then sign it down there at the bottom. Oh my, there are even forms for this? Welcome to working. Exhales. Oh, she actually has animation there too. Exhales. I'm a little nervous about going somewhere I've never been. Oh? Will we be going out of town? Yes, I recently ran into one of the ladies I often saw while I was working at the Pontiff's court. She told me about a place where I could go to really mingle and meet some new people. It sounded much like it sounded like such a good opportunity, but I can't help but feel a little nervous boarding a ship bound for an unfamiliar destination. I'm worried my nervousness might show. What if they see me trembling a little? I was hoping I make good first impressions. That's completely understandable. I'd be nervous too if I were in your position. Going to a new place and meeting new people can be overwhelming. I'm going to show Wow the rest of what we were discussing earlier while you fill out the form, but let me know if you have any questions. As Elar dutifully fills out the personal leave request form, Lowry leans towards you, sounding concerned. It sounds like Elar is more than a little apprehensive about meeting new people. I'm not sure what she has planned for this excursion of hers, but if I can help her endeavors meet with success, I'll feel a little less guilty for doubting her intentions early on. Not to get too far ahead of myself, but think about it. Let's say that on this trip she meets someone who catches her fancy. One thing leads to another, and she finds herself in a mutual loving, caring relationship, each depending on each other. With her attention focused on a happy home life, would it be natural for her religious fervor to abate at least somewhat, right? Oh my god.
I don't like where this is going.
I don't like where this is going either. To that end, I'd be grateful for any advice or assistance you can provide her. Wow. Elar is already comfortable sharing her thoughts and feelings with you, so I think you're in the best position to help her. Okay, I think I filled in all the information you requested. Let's see. Yep, that should be everything. I'll file this later. I admit, you have me curious now. Would you mind if I ask where you're going, or who you're planning to meet? You need an answer if it's a personal matter, of course. I just want to know if there's anything if there's any support I can offer, or anything we can do to help you ensure the safety of a valued member of our association. Oh my, that's so kind of you. It's nothing private or personal, it's just that I've never been to Belfast before. Oh, we're going to see that darn kid again. No! That's the main thing I'm feeling anxious about. Ah, so you'll be sailing to Belfast. Do you know who you'll be meeting there? Honestly, I have no idea who I might meet there, or what about me might catch their attention. That's why I'm hoping I can make a good first impression.
Oh no.
Then, would you like a little help with that? If nothing else, it might ease your worries. The start of your personal leave is still a few days away, so give it some thought and let me know. Oh, thank you for offering. I wasn't expecting any support from the association, so give me time to consider what might be most helpful. Elar seems genuinely surprised by Lowry's offer to help her make meaningful connections. Talk to Elar and see what's on her mind. I can talk to him. Yes! Hi. Mathis. Hi, Mathis.
I don't like where this is going. Not only are we going to be made to play matchmaker here, I have the feeling that the boy's dad is going to be involved in this somehow.
He's married. He has a wife.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Damn,
There was, because he made a comment, having to explain to his wife that he lost their kid in a mine shaft. If it was a single dad situation, then oh yeah, I could totally see them trying that. Alright, today we're talking about, let's see, the impact on the body when Arcana manifests. I don't know what to say about that. How do you describe something you felt once years ago? I want a drink. Is that all he says? Yep. I was about to take a drink fee! And, oh my god. Oh my gosh, I almost... Alright. Let's continue on. It's kind that Lowry would offer to help me. I still can't figure out why, though. Is there some sort of protocol all members of the Arcana Association are required to follow while on leave? No. Let me explain. Huh. You're saying Lowry feels a burden in his heart compelling him to offer his assistance. I'm afraid there must be something I'm missing. I can't imagine why he feel that way. What should I do? Do I accept a limerick? May your love guide me this day to make the right choice. ... Alright, I made up my mind. I'll accept whatever help Lowry would like to offer. I can't think of any reason why he should feel obligated to help me, especially with something like this. But if that's true, this seems like a good opportunity for him to clear his conscience. I'm glad to hear that it's not some sort of official association review, at least. As long as it doesn't have any bearings on my standing as a member, I'd be glad to have some advice on how to prepare for my trip. It sounds like Elar is open to receiving Lowry's help. Go give him the good news. Alright, Lowry, why don't you just go date her yourself? Wouldn't that make sense? Hey, Lowry, since you clearly, like her, go on a date. Oh, she's right there now. I just realized she moved. It's freaking Brock from Pokemon Reincarnation as a holy knight. I'm glad you felt comfortable accepting my offer to help you prepare, Elar. Now, first of all, can you tell me about this trip? What are your main concerns? Are there any particular goals you're looking to achieve? Nothing grand or ambitious really, but it is important to me. Mainly, I just want to know how to make a good first impression. How can I really show some appeal? So, also, do you know anywhere in Belfast that's good for casual meetups? Good impressions begins with one's appearance, and the cornerstone of a good appearance is someone's choice of clothing. What do you consider a good impression, or rather, sort of image you're hoping to evoke? Nothing too showy. I just want to seem very approachable. Okay, we can work with that. Let's get you down to the Erskine Emporium. As home of Taro's foremost clothing shop, they know a thing or two about dressing for success. Oh no. I have no doubt Countess Elude can offer you recommendations to achieve exactly the effects you're hoping for. Subjective matters like fashion often benefit from a bold variety of perspectives. So, I like to ask for someone besides WoW who's willing to join us. Oh my god, are we actually gonna get Matthias to go with us? Lowry looks around the room to see if there are any volunteers. Okay, I will say Cowenna would definitely be like, I'll help! Because she's a fashion girl. Hey! Hey, I was right. I think I'm still banned from the Erskine Emporium for crimes against fine ladies' wear. Let me know if the Countess still has the poster of my face with the big red X over it behind the counter.
Oh, right, because she kept accidentally burning stuff.
She did. You cat. Oh, wait. Lushna's here. I wonder if Lushna will even pop up in the dialogue box here. So you're basically looking for someone to give fashion advice? I don't have all that many clothes besides my uniform, so you probably get better feedback from others. Snoring. Rowan. It would appear Rowan has disengaged from this conversation so fully that she's fallen asleep. Hey, he's here! I just recalled there was something I need to tend to in Slabness. I should only be away for a few days, but I'm afraid I'll be unavailable during that time. That is such a Hal response, too. Bye! Hold on, let me take a screenshot of this for friends. If my screenshot button will pop up.
That's not a heart attack, Fee. That's a panic attack. Too many people. Introvert batteries low.
Oh, that's great. Alright. Matthias ... Ah, now here's the perfect man for the job. Matthias? What do you want? Matthias, I have an important mission fit for a warrior of your caliber. And that mission is raiding women's clothing. This is great, I love this. Gladiators! Okay. Glad to see you're quick on the uptake. As always. No, I don't really need to repeat anything. I thought you wanted to discuss the physical shock that happened when my Arcana talent first manifested. Well, yes, we'll get to that, of course. But before we do, I'm requesting that you take on an important, if slightly unorthodox mission for the good of the Arcana Association. You haven't forgotten the terms of our contract already, have you? Oh my god. Dots. This feels like one of those classic bait and switch rack decks. Alright, I'm available to head to the Emporium at any time. Elar, well, let me know when you're ready. Oh, anytime's fine with me. This has just become a full-on comedy. Follow them. I know the quickest way to the Emporium from here. Just follow me, aka teleport. First you say you want my opinion, then you're merrily bound out the door without so much as a nod. Is it possible to regret something in advance? Yes, Mathis. Yes. You follow along as Lowry leads the group to the Erskine Emporium. Elar almost seems a bit excited, though Matthias looks like he'd rather just be out anywhere else right now. It would be funny if we could drag Eogot along with us too. Just have the two, Matthias and the kid, but we're like, okay. Welcome to the Erskine Emporium. You won't find a finer clother in Tara, or anywhere else. Let's see, which of you needs my astute eye today? We would like it if you could recommend something for Eli here. She'll be going on holiday in Belfast soon, and she's looking to make some new connections. What she really needs is a new outfit that's sure to make a great first impression. Let's see, you'll be meeting someone new, yes? Excellent. This sounds like the perfect opportunity to put our latest design to the proof. I have the perfect dress in mind for you, dear. You won't regret putting your social life in my capable hands. Oh, it'll take your breath away, I know it. I truly outdid myself with this design, as I'm sure you'll all agree. This dress would be the trendsetter for the next season of galas and banquets, mark my words. And you have the honor of experiencing the fashion sensation of tomorrow before anyone else. They won't be able to take their eyes off you. I don't even know what accent I would do. One moment. I'm squishing my screen so folks can see this better.
Mushroom.
Look at that. Okay. Oh. I can't take myself seriously with these things. That does look actually really nice on her. I can't claim any great knowledge of fashion or trends, but if I know anything, I know the Countess of Lude is the first and last word in fashion with good reason. What do you think, Matthias? I have to say, the quality of the fabric you use is top rate. Next time I need a suit, I'm going to tell the tailor to make it out of that stuff. I wonder if I can find anyone selling that in Belfast. Oh, you have a sharp eye to notice the quality of the fabric itself. It's certainly not something you can just buy anywhere, but if you like, I can get you in touch with my supplier. Matthias, the fabric isn't really what we're focusing on here. Anyway, how about you, Wow? Do you think Eli will make a good first impression in that dress? Yes, no. And in the voice and words of my friend Dark, oh, yes. I see. Thank you for sharing your fashion-forward perspective. No, I'm not doing that. I'm still playing my character. How does it feel to you, Elar? You're the one who will be wearing it. I'm sorry. This is just too uncomfortable. It's so tight that I'm having a hard time walking properly. I'm afraid I'll mess up and all the fancy lace and dingly bits. I'll mess up all the fancy lace and dingly bits if I move around too much. That's the beauty of the dress, my dear. Fashion is all about putting your best features on full display. You have to let your womanly charm shine through, even if it means enduring a little discomfort. Do you have anything else I could try on? Something a bit more comfortable, perhaps? Thank you for your recommendations, Countess Elude. Would it be alright if Earla tried on a different dress? A different dress, I assure you. Won't find another dress in the kingdom that flatters her figure the way that one does. That said, fashion is ultimately a personal expression, and we all have our own preferences. Feel free to look around the shop. If anything catches your eyes, you're more than welcome to take it to the dressing room. Okay. I am very glad that Eolard's not a snob saying, like, how dare you not like it? She's like, okay, I get it. It may be that you'll only realize how gorgeous that new dress is once you've tried on a few others. Still fashion forward. How about this one? Oh my gosh, no. It caught my eye because it's more in line with what I usually wear. Welcome back, Alarin. This is the most hilarious, like, fashion show ever. They dragged Matthias to this. What was that?
This is giving me ideas. We need to harass you-know-who about this.
Where did you even find that digi-armor? How is it even possible you walked right by all those beautiful dresses and picked up that twardy chain vest that was gathering dust at the bottom of one of my armories? Wow, I can't believe how comfortable this is. Whoever owned this must have taken great care breaking it in. The fit is good. Like it bends with you in all the right places. No, absolutely not. That is not an Erskine Emporium original. Go and get changed immediately. Well, how about this one? I try to find a dress with both fashionable and easy to move around in.
Oh my god, it even has the glowing tattoos on the arms.
It's the Echo dress.
I know.
Oh my god. Gods! How are you even coming up with these combinations? Ilu seems to need a minute. Are you trying to send me to the fainting couch? You must be. There's no other explanation for these fashion choices you're making. Out! Out! All of you out! And you, miss, you're banned from entering the Erskine Emporium until I see proof you know how to dress yourself. Alright, let me talk to Matthias first. If you told me a year ago that something like that would qualify as a mission with the Blessing of a Crown, and that I would be a part of that, I would have laughed in your face. Oh dear, it looks like I really upset the Countess Hillard. I really tried to pick out some appealing outfits. Did I do something wrong? Alright, let me fix my screen. There we go. Oh no, because I did that, everything is wonky now. No! Where's my inventory at? Oh, those actually stayed in place. Hey. Go back over there. Go back over there. Lock. Door to gauge. Go back over there. Alright, gameplay fixed. Alright. What's up with Lowry? It would appear we've aroused the Countess's ear, I'm afraid. I just don't understand. What did I do that made her so upset? If you really don't get it, it's probably best to steer clear of her for now. Still, I think we did learn something from all that. Not only are you most comfortable in your personal armor, others seem to feel a sense of comfort seeing you wear it as well. Oh, that's wonderful insight. So you're saying if I dress in a way that feels comfortable to me, I'll naturally put the people around me at ease then. Teaching limericks extol the beauty of the unadorned heart, of true sincerity in one's words and deeds. After all, even if someone you've never met before, a genuine spirit can inspire a person to open their heart and reciprocate. Were there any other aspects of your upcoming holiday you were concerned about? Oh, well, I've actually never been to Belfast before, so I'm not sure what to expect. Is there a particular sort of place you're especially interested in going? I'm open to going wherever there's a lot of people around. After all, there would be more opportunities to make new connections. That makes sense, visiting the city for the first time. It's a safe bet you've seen many other people flocking to well-known landmarks and places of interest. And from there, it would be hard to strike up a conversation. All you need to do is learn where those places are. Yes, you missed it, and I didn't pick that option. Yeah, Alarin, you came in right after we got to judge her first outfit, and we gotta say, does it look good on her? Yes, no, or woo. It was pretty funny. But yeah. And as luck would have it, we just so happen to know someone who's spent considerable time in Belfast. You couldn't ask for a better guide. Dots. He even has like a sweat drop going now too. It's like, oh no. Oh no. Thank you in advance for your cooperation, Matthias. If you'd be so kind to give Aolar a rundown of Belfast's top sightseeing destinations, it would be a true service to the Arcana Association. Oh, that's so kind of you, Matthias. It would be especially helpful if you could draw comparisons between places in Belfast and landmarks here in Tara. It sounds like you've just volunteered me whether I like it or not. Well, Belfast is as much as a home to me as anywhere, so sure, I suppose I can point you to a couple places worth seeing. Tara's got a big plaza here with the clothing boutique we just got booted out of and all sorts of stores. Belfast has something similar. It's a big open-air bazaar. They got a general shop and a weapon shop. Naturally, I'd say my main haunt is Barry's Pub. The owner can be a bit of a fuss budget, but take it from me, a good glass or two of Belfast whiskey can salvage even the roughest of days. It's got this brilliant color that makes the glass sparkle like amber when you pour it. When the first drop hits your tongue, it tastes like you're coming home to. Or Matthias, why don't you tell us a bit more about Belfast's sights, and a little bit less about its liquor? Bah! It's a shame you kids don't appreciate the simple pleasures. You'll understand one day. Anyway, I suppose there are a few other noteworthy places that might be worth a look. Come on, I can talk to you while we walk. You, Lowry, and Eolar follow behind Matthias, doing your best to keep up with his long stride. Wait, we have short legs! Oh. But giants are technically slower than elves still. At this rate, this is going to... Oh, the entire Arcana Association is gonna get banned from her shop. That's 2 strikes now. Yeah, and it's the two main gals. Rowan doesn't give a damn. Oh no. So with the next two Arcana characters, I guess I'll continue the story. We can talk about that afterwards. It was surprisingly easy to imagine myself navigating the streets of Belfast when Matthias compares things there to places in Tara. After all, I've done a lot of walking in Tara. Having such supportive friends and associates is truly a blessing. I'm glad Matthias wasn't opposed to coming along with this little outing. I know he's a caring person at heart, but still, he does look very imposing even when he's just standing there. Do you think I'm taking advantage of him? Yes, you bastard! You're definitely taking advantage of him. Yeah, the girl is the alchemist. So the girl is the forbidden alchemist, the sleepy dude is the variable gunner. Alright. Belfast doesn't have anything as big and Stanius is the royal castle. Closest thing we have is the admiral's residence. Still, there's no disputing it's got one of the city's most famous views. From that high up, it's easy to look down at all the little people. Guess in that respects, it's pretty similar to a castle here. It's not exactly the kind of place I spend my leisure time, but if you hang around a while, you'll see all sorts of different folks coming and going. Wanderers from all over looking for a permit to sell this and that, or crooks getting hauled in by the city guards to spend a night in the brig. I remember seeing guards hauling a passel of pickpockets one day, and one gutsy whelp lifted everything a guard had. Seeing that guard panicking about what he'd lost, now that was a good time. If you're lucky enough, to catch a moment like that, visit the Admiral's residence. Visiting the Admiral's residence can be more entertaining than you'd expect. Isn't there anything more wholesome? You know, a place where locals or tourists gather on a sunny day to relax and enjoy a meal? Probably. Can't say I've gone anywhere like that, though. There is one place I just remember, though. Come on, I'll tell you more about it. You, Lowry, and Elar continued to follow Matthias, doing your best to keep up with his long stride. Oh, I see what he's doing. Okay, they said the exact same things. Belfast has a large town square, just like Tara does. It's wide and open, and they must spend a fortune on groundskeepers and such, considering how elaborate it is. Lots of people visit it. There's even a similar-looking fountain in the middle. I guess all nobles must think alike. But I have to warn you. Belfast's town square isn't safe. There are clear lines of sights in all directions. So you're a sitting duck for a sniper while you're there. Maybe take stock of any enemies you've made once before you chance a trip. If you really need to go, just stay on alert. I'm not sure that's something Elar needs to be concerned about. Actually, that sounds perfect. If I go to Belfast, I'll head to the town square. It sounds pretty, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of people relaxing there. You think? It always puts me on edge, but I guess maybe for other people. Oh, one more question. What do people from Belfast like to talk about, Matthias? I'd like to be able to strike up a conversation with a topic I think they'd be interested in. That way people will be more open to gauge from the start. Well, there's a lot of sailors on Belfast, and they're always talking about the weather. You know how it's been lately, or what might be coming. Oh, you know how it's been lately, what might be coming. If there's a storm lately, you're sure to hear them grousing about it. Other than that, I'm not sure. I'm not there from originally, and I don't exactly make a lot of small talk. I see. Well, thank you, Matthias. This has been very helpful. I've decided on my outfit, my mindset, and where I'll go. So, I think I'm done planning my trip. Excellent. I'm glad we were able to allay your worries. I hope you enjoy a relaxing and successful holiday. Honestly, this brings me peace of mind to send you out better prepared for this. I'm grateful to you as well, Lowry, and of course, Well too. I'm going to start packing. I suppose I'll need to check. I'll see you all again once I'm back. Elar walks off, looking relieved. After she's gone, you follow Matthias and Lowry back to the association room. How much more of this quest? Oh, the quest is almost done. Oh my goodness. Oh, so we're not going to Belfast with her? Okay. Rowan would hiss if he took her to a job, she would. Maybe we'll have third strike. Yeah. We shall see. Alright. Lowry! Wait, I need to talk to the dude. Fudge, I keep doing that. I'm glad we were able to help Eli prepare for her trip. Thank you for your assistance, Wow and Matthias. The rest is in her hands now. ... Matthias, you seem concerned about something, unless I'm mistaking it. I've got this nagging feeling we can't just rest easy. I mean, Elar is a little, well, she's a bit of a character. You think she's gonna zig, but then she zags. When we were giving her advice, she seemed oddly focused, just soaking in all of that like a wide-eyed student. For some reason, that made me feel uneasy. You know, you make an excellent point. It wouldn't be the first time her actions have caught us off guard. Now I'm more concerned, not less. At the very least, we probably ought to make sure she's arrived at her destination without incidents. Well, Matthias, would either of you have objections on an unplanned visit to Belfast? Wait, is this how you run things here? Tailing members of the association like they're on the lam? Of course not. It's just that, as head of the Arcana Association, it's my responsibility to see to the safety of all our members and ensure that their dignity is upheld. We just need to verify Elar has arrived safely. Oh, and make sure she hasn't caused any see if she's met anyone promising? And hasn't said or done anything that would, scuttle her chances. Looks like this association assignments are more complicated than I thought. And so, as Elar takes her planned leave, you join both the concerned Lowry and the exasperated Matthias on a journey to Belfast. Oh no. Do we really need to hide like this? We're not spies. Have you ever been on a holiday and happened to run into a neighbor or coworker there? All it takes is a sprinkling of one's everyday life to mar the escapism of travel. Then why are you here, you goofus? Although our primary concern is her safety, it would be awkward if she were to run into us here. So there's no harm in exercising caution. She mentioned wanting to take in the sights of Belfast's town square. Let's wait here for a bit and see if we can spot her. We can head back to Tara once we're sure she hasn't done anything. Once we're sure she's fine. That's Elar, right? But isn't that a place for performances? I see a group of people gather around. Let's see if I can spot... Not in the crowd. She's the one in the smack dab middle. She's the one smack dab in the middle. Oh no. Friends, we live in a world where worries never cease. Whether the weather gives us cause for uncertainty, no one knows whether tomorrow holds sunshine or rain, or the day after. Oh, professional yapper. The sweat dropped with Matthews. but spending our hours fretting about things beyond our control won't change what comes. So how then shall we respond when faced with such implacable forces or circumstances? Implacable? Okay. We have no choice but to hang our heads, bracing for the worst. Have we no choice but to hang our heads, bracing for the worst? I tell you, brothers and sisters, there is hope. For when we are at our weakest and most helpless, when life's relentless trials seem to batter us like a ship on the storm-tossed sea, it is then that Limerick bears us up, touching our troubled hearts with love. This affirming love is freely given to all. You only need to believe Limerick is and shall ever be at your side. Dots. Well, I say she seems perfectly fine. Yep. As Lowry hangs his head, equal parts dumbstruck and disappointed, Matthew sighs as he hurries the exasperated manager back to the port. You expect the journey back to Tark will be filled with awkward silence and dashed hopes. This Arcana Association business is not so easy after all. I'd rather take on a score of assassins than spend my time trying to give life advice. Lowry. You know, for a brief moment, I thought perhaps I was beginning to understand Eolar, but no. She really caught me flat-footed. It had never even crossed my mind that she might take personally to go preach in the far-flung reaches of the kingdom. When she said she was interested in meeting some new people, I naively took those words at face value. I should have known this is Eolar we're talking about here. On the bright side, I suppose I can at least consider it an educational experience. Once more, it's been painstakingly clear that what one person considers common sense may be a far cry from another's notions. And zoom, she's back. Well, hello everyone. You certainly look like you've been having a lively conversation. Ah, welcome back, Eolar. How was your trip? It went very well, all thanks to your help and advice. I had a wonderful time in Belfast. Ah, it was such a soul-stirring experience, being able to share the good word with so many people. I see. Well, I'm glad things seem to have turned out all right. Thank you for asking, but is everything all right? When I walked in, everyone looked so weary. If there's some burden you're carrying in silence, you're always welcome to join me at the cathedral for morning mass. The Pontiff's course recently decided to extend the early worship hours to make it accessible to even more people. Thank you for the suggestion. I'll keep that in mind if my morning schedule ever opens up. Oh my gosh, I just realized another NPC came up. It's this guy again. The castle servant. That definitely... okay, so I need to admit something. When I first saw this castle assistant, I thought this was a Lauren standing next to me at first until I realized it was an NPC. I'm so sorry, Lauren. Greetings, everyone. Ah, I see WoW has joined you today as well. No, I just thought it was you because I saw the hair. It's like, oh hey, there's a Lauren. Wait, that's not a Lauren. I've come bearing a letter for the Arcana Association, addressed to Lowry and Eolar. My thanks. Might I know who sent it? Oh my gosh, the animation there. I wish we had like a free camera mode so we can actually view things nicer. The message being a shiny thing. Oh no, I'm about to have ads again. Okay. I only know that it came directly from the Pontiff's cars. The messenger said that she'd been instructed to see to its delivery personally, so I received it in your stead while you were out. I see, you have my thanks. Think nothing of it. Anyways, I best get back to my work. Ah, a letter for the both of us from the Pontiff's cards. I can't imagine. What am I concerned? You don't think they've discovered some sort of old edict or decree that would prohibit my membership for the Arcana Association, do you? That is very specific. You need to worry about that. We thoroughly vetted your qualifications before extending an offer of membership to you. So as far as the association is concerned, your presence here is a legitimate one, legitimate as anyone's. Just put my camera there. Lowry smiles reassuringly as he opens a letter from the Pontiff's court and begins to read. To Lowry, chairperson of the Kingdom of Alex Arcana Association. Etain! Enya Etain adds.
Thank you, ad break.
I know the music. I'll wait till the ads are done. I see the chat, our RP chat, that is such a terrified expression. Yeah, it is, V. Are ads done already? Wait, those are short ads. Okay, I'm fine with that. It's nice that they have her act properly out of G25 now. More recurring important political figures. Yay. So, are the ads done, or are we still in ads? Ads done, perfect. To Lowry, chairperson of the Kingdom of Alex Arcana Association, I address you today as the sovereign servant and instrument of Limerick's boundless love. I regret that circumstances haven't allowed for a face-to-face meeting, but it is my hope that the future might afford us such opportunity. Ever since hearing of the Arcana Association's founding, I've given a great deal of thought as to how the monarchy and the Pontiff's court might collaborate for the betterment of the land and its people. As a show of goodwill, I wish to commend to your care Eolar, one of the most devout among the Temple Knights, and a dear soul in every respect. A woman of unwavering faith, you will find her dauntless in the face of adversity. I truly believe her character represents the very best that the Order of Limerick has to offer. Indeed, she is cherished of Limerick's for her steadfast will and her sincerity of heart. Chamberlain Corrigan has advised me that caution is still warranted where it concerns matters of the Pontiff Court showing public support for a royal association. As such, I've decided to send you this letter through private channels. Lowry, I humbly beseech you to look after Eolar, a lamb precious in the eyes of our Lord. Eolar, know that I believe in you. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished as a member of the Arcana Association, serving as a representative of the Church. May the love and grace of Limerick be with you always. P.S. If Well is there with you, please share this brief greeting with them. Have you been well? Oh gosh, have you been well? I'd love to talk to you sometime. There's so much I want to share with you. Come to the Pinta's cars once in a while, okay? E. It couldn't be. Am I dreaming? Is it really from Her Holiness? It would appear you've received a resounding endorsement from no less than the esteemed personage than the pontiff herself. I guess that should put to rest any doubts you might have about your qualifications, Elar. Frankly, it comes as great relief to me as well, now that I have no reason to question the intentions of the Pontiff's court sending you here. Matthias, you'd also agree that Elar is highly qualified to serve as a member of the Arcana Association, would you not? Throwing this guy in the spotlight. I can't turn my camera, but he's emoting off screen. Huh? What are you asking me for? I can't claim to be some sort of expert on qualifications or whatever, but I know a strong person when I see one, and she's the real deal. I've been around a long time, fought more than my share of fights. If nothing else, you ought to trust those instincts. Oh, Coena speaking. I'm so glad that you're here, Elar. Finally! Finally, I've got a workout buddy I've always wanted. We're going to train till we feel the burn. Oh my god. Well, she's already shown what she can do, right? I don't think Larry and Val would settle for anyone who didn't meet their expectations. What I mean to say, if the two of them believe in you, so do I. Well, if you're making a mistake, well, you're making a mistake if you're coming to me to judge someone's character. But when I look at Elar, everything about her seems honest and open. From her voice, to her posture, to her shirt. Oh my god! Hold on. I think Badger's gone, but oh my god! She's right there. There's Badger. That is an amazing.
Yeah.
Everything about her is honest and open. Even her shirt. Okay.
That is
That is shade without being shade. So I have no complaints, as long as she doesn't try to get me to go to church. Lusha, far be it from me to object to WoW's decisions. I think Elar will work hard and do her part for the association. Thank you, everyone. For so long I felt as though I never truly fit anywhere. Long enough that it became a part of who I was. I thought of the ostracism and exclusion as a trial set before me by Limerick, something I had no choice but to patiently endure. Perhaps that's the reason it took me so long to notice, even after coming here, to realize that you all wholeheartedly accept me as I am. So, belated though it may be, I want to tell you all how grateful I am for your support. You are. Limerick has truly blessed me for my faith and devotion. Of course, it's only proper I should show my gratitude to such boundless grace. I'm going to devote even more time each morning to scripture reading and prayer, and join my fellow believers at midnight mass as often as I'm able. After all, what greater response is there than being loved to reciprocate that love? Sure, let's go with that. I'm glad to see that any doubts you may have had about being qualified to join the Arcana Association seem to be a thing of the past. I have no objections to you living your life in accordance to the teachings of Limerick, but please don't forget your obligations as a member of the association. Of course! I look forward to working with each of you. Elar's eyes sparkle with delight, in a moment seemingly oblivious to the rest of the room. As Lowry gives a bewildered sigh, you catch sight of Matthias trying to hold his laughter. For a moment, you smile, recalling Lowry's initial apprehensions about Eolar joining the Arcana Association. Having witnessed her growth firsthand, you get a feeling you'll see even more spirited side of the devoted knight from this point on. And that is the final quest.